You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel no winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, hold it tight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello everybody, welcome back again to another edition of the Sports Show Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. We are back again with another review of yesterday's game. Yes, Chelsea 8-0. Joao Felix Nkunku scored 2 each as Blues set record for the biggest conference league win ever. And also we'll be talking about 3 assists from captain Enzo Fernandez and goals from Mahalo, Modric, Tosin, Adebayo, Felix, and many more. Jackson's goal against Newcastle is October's Premier League goal of the month. Also, Sanchez saves against Nottingham Forest is October's Premier League save of the month. Many more we got to talk on this platform. Also, the build-up to the Sunday game between Chelsea and Arsenal, the biggest derby you can ever recorded in Premier League history. Yes, we're going to talk about it. We're going to start the build-up right here after we're done with the review on the Conference League game. So, guys, we got a lot on our table, a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. And all those nitty-gritty things that make this show what it is. We are here for you to let us know where exactly you are tuning in from. The comment. Keep your comment coming, your questions, and all that you have in your bag. Drop it on the show as the show begins. So stay tuned. Guys, stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Stick with us. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back, folks. The boys are back again with another exciting edition of Sports show, Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. My name is Nizam with my co-host Stephen G. Yesterday, UEFA Conference League phase match between Chelsea and FC Noah at Stamford Bridge on Thursday night. 2 goals each from Joao Felix and Christopher Nkunku helped Enzo Maresca's blue break record for the biggest win in competition history. I'm not so sure where you stand on it, but to be honest with you, Noah were very, very poor. They were very poor. They were giving chances away, and Chelsea did not hesitate. They were just banging in goals. It should have been more than 8 goals, but you should expect that number. If history tell us that Chelsea have scored 13 in European competition before, and we'll dig down, we'll get into that history as things goes on. So, like I said, Steven is here with me. Steven G, welcome back, and how excited are you seeing your team recorded 8 goals and making history in the Conference League competition?
I mean, respectfully, it's not a surprise, let's be honest. It's what should have happened. It should have been comfortable. It should have been easy. There was a couple of moments early on where they just had shots to test Jorgensen, but they didn't really trouble us at any point. But yeah, I mean, look, I saw, I don't like that guy that writes, that goes by the name Jacob, that writes for, I think it's the Telegraph. Huh?
Is it Stamberg?
Yeah, but you know what I actually call him, which I'm not repeating on stream because I'm not getting us in trouble with YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this guy actually hates Chelsea, and he said a lot of disgusting things about people that have been affiliated with Chelsea and stuff like that.
Right.
So there's a reason I have a certain nickname for him. But I won't get into some of the stuff that he said. But in terms of his article, he's talking about Chelsea being in the competition and all this rubbish. I've got a couple of screenshots. I've got to try and find them. I've got them not far up anyway. Let's see. What's this one? There's little for Chelsea to gain, which is true. Less of a contest, more of an exercise in shooting practice. Chelsea cruised. That wasn't the bit I was looking for. It was fun from the start. Early flurry from Noah. Felix contender and miss of the season. What was the main bit? Chelsea, remember, we're doing this without Cole Palmer, who has been allowed to rest his legs on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
They even had the help from the officials. A call by VAR for a supposed foul on Dewsbury Hall, allowing Nkunku to round off the scoring from the spot and hammer home the Premier League's financial muscle. Right, Chelsea had help from the officials, did they? We was already 7-0 up. It was never a penalty, but we were 7-0 up. You make it sound like we won 1-0 in a tough game. We cruised it. We didn't need help from the officials. You make it sound like they gave us a penalty at 0-0 in a difficult game that we should win. But I expect this from this donkey of a writer. I expect this. I know he hates us. I expect this stuff. But, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't have been a penalty. But you can't say we had help from the officials. Noah just didn't help themselves. I respect the fact that Noah didn't park the arc, yeah? Like Arsenal parked the bus.
The bus, yeah.
Arsenal parked the bus, yeah? Noah didn't park the arc. They came to play football, knowing how superior of a team Chelsea are, even with their B team, yeah? And that's respectable. You've got to give them respect. Because to do that, not even at home, they came to the bridge and done it.
And they were fighting for their life. They were playing. They didn't sit deep. They were playing. They were matching Chelsea, just like Chelsea were too big, good for them. But go ahead, Steve.
I mean, as much as obviously I wanted the clean sheet and we got it, yeah? There is a bit of me for a team like Noah who have existed for only 7 years. This is the third time they've had any part in Europe, even qualification stages. Yeah, this is a third season out of the 7 that they've been created. 2023, they almost got relegated. from the Armenian first division, and they've ended up in Europe a year later. They've been in Europe 3 out of 7 seasons that they've been a club. Obviously, part of that is because you've got to build your way up into the first division.
Absolutely, yeah.
I kind of wanted them to score because I was like, the fact that they come to Stamford Bridge and even at 5-6-0, they didn't sit back. They were trying to attack. They would leave only a couple of players back. I was like, I kind of just want their fans to have that moment. Like, just a part of me was like, I kind of want them to have that because they're such a small side in comparison to Chelsea. I think it was something like 300 and something places separate them in the UEFA rankings. You know, the club coefficients.
Yeah.
It was something easy like that, about 300 places between the two teams. So part of me just wanted those players and their fans to have that one little moment. But they didn't get it. Chelsea kept a clean sheet. At the same time, I'm happy we kept a clean sheet. We hadn't kept one since we battered Barrow in the Carabao Cup, which was, I think, mid-September, early September.
It was in Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Yeah, it was also Stamford Bridge, but I think it was September. But, yeah, I mean, I've just seen Maya's comment about Misha, obviously Misha being Mudryk, and him saying, sorry about my agenda, but I need to see more of him. My thoughts on that were, I've been saying, I think he's getting a bit more confident now. I think he's sort of simplifying his game, and that's why he's having better performances for the most part. I think for the last month, or maybe even 2 months, for the most part, when he's either started in the Conference League or he's come off the bench in the Premier League, I think for the most part he's been good recently.
I mean, Stevie, you know...
Huh?
Go ahead. I
Okay,
thought you were done.
Maybe I was just going to say, like, maybe Maresca really is starting to get a tune out of him. Still too early. I did the same with Cucurella. I said, I need to see it consistently. For Cucurella, for me to view Cucurella has changed. It took about 10 games. But Mudryk, for me, the majority of the last month, 2 months, he's been improving.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, just maybe, we might be getting somewhere. And I know that you've just seen my comment in the little private chat on StreamYard as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
About his goal. It's true though, isn't it? They do say, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
Keep trying.
One time he smacked it to the corner flag. 9 times out of 10, he smacks it into row Z. Last night, he got it absolutely perfect. Bro, I don't care who you are, yeah? You're not saving that goal last night. And anyone that wants to discredit him for it is dumb. Because I tell you now, no matter who the keeper is, whether it's Oblak, Neuer, Courtois, any of these keepers are not saving that.
Beautiful. You know, yesterday, guys, so welcome back again to the stream. If you're just joining us here, I know Maya in the building. Big up to my man. Yes, Maya, big up to you. Says big up to the guys up to Chelsea, and we're cruising to that match. No cap according to him. Maya said that make sure I'm sorry about my agenda, but I need to see more of him. Do we give him a chance to start at the Prem after his performance? It'll be very difficult. You got to keep it. One thing that we have, Enzo Maresca have to notice, and I know he knows, you don't change something that is not broken. If you think Neto and Jadon Sancho give you team that balance.
He's been ill and has had a knock, so it's been Neto and Madueke.
No, I mean talking about the left hand side, because we barely see Mudryk play on the right hand side. He's almost on the left hand side, limit himself on the left hand side.
Mudryk is always on the left, but what I'm saying is, in the Prem, it's been Neto and Madueke recently because Sancho's been ill. Yeah?
Okay.
And when he said, I've got 2 players for every position, he said Neto and Madueke are the right wing options. But we also knew that he didn't... I don't think it was that he didn't really trust Mudryk. I think it was more that Mudryk hasn't had consistency his whole time at Chelsea. So you don't really want to be starting him regularly in the Premier League because he's not earned that right to do so, right?
Right.
So that's why Neto's been playing on the left when Sancho's been unavailable. But I'm not sure on Madueke recently. I said this on the stream a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sold on Madueke recently. Maybe you have to give Mudryk a chance in the Prem and just put Neto on the right instead of Madueke and bring Madueke off the bench. Because for me, I said it. Look, maybe Mudryk starts on Sunday. Maybe he has a bad performance. Yeah?
Yeah.
Potentially. And that could be his first one in a fair while, in my opinion, right?
Mhm.
When he's had a fair amount of minutes, not when he's come on for, say, 5 minutes at an end of a game, because that's not a fair judgment. So maybe he starts Sunday. I'm not certain. But if he does, obviously, you hope he proves that it's not just performances for the most part against lesser opposition and he can do it against a bigger team.
Right.
I kind of want him to do that. I mean, we saw it with Neto. Neto's forced his way into the Premier League lineup through the Conference League performances. Maybe Mudryk starting to do that, just maybe. So for me, look, it doesn't hurt. You got international break after this game on Sunday. So for me, I wouldn't mind giving him a chance. If Sancho's still unavailable, which sounds like he probably will be, then just say why not and put Madueke on the bench for one game to prove a point that nobody's untouchable. I mean, technically they are because Cole Palmer is and Caicedo is, but you get my point. For the most part, you're not untouchable if you're in the Premier League 11.
I mean, yesterday's
I think it's the time to do that. I think Madueke, okay, he's been decent, but the start of the season, he looked absolutely incredible, and I think he's dropped off a bit. So
during preseason and the start of the season.
Maybe it's time for him to be on the bench for a game to say, look, I've said it in my conferences, you're not guaranteed to start if you don't train well or you don't play well just because you maybe didn't participate in a previous game.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to play. So maybe you have to at this point because it might get him back to his early season form. I don't think Madueke's been shy. I just think compared to where he started the season where we're like, wow, he looks like he could be an absolute player for us this season, I feel like there's been some drop-off. So I think you kind of need to use it as a way to prove a point of you're not untouchable.
Absolutely. Just like Maya said that we've already replaced Madueke. He can wait to see Estavio. Estavio won't judge. I don't think Estavio is a good player. Steven, the other day, I was watching some few clips about this young player and the way he's being helmeted on the ground, he's being tackled, and if Chelsea doesn't rush in and get this player, we might end up having an injured player, an injury-prone player.
We can't rush in and get him. We've got him. He signed for Chelsea.
I know. I mean, if Chelsea doesn't bring him right now to Stamford Bridge,
we can't. We literally can't.
No, you know what? Just go and bring him. Let him come and sit down. Just watch games instead of playing at Brazil because the tackles are very rough on him.
You're not getting it. He's not allowed to move to the country
until 18.
He's 18 unless his parents get a job over here. That's what the rules are. It's to protect them. So unless his parents get a job over here, he cannot move here until he's 18.
Look, I understand that, but I'm not sure if you really get what I'm trying to say. I understand the rules are the rules.
But the point is, he won't even be able to come here and train.
The tackles on him are too much. The tackles on him are too much.
A couple injuries this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The way the tackle did, it's like they're targeting him. If you can remember.
That's typical South America. They do
challenges
like that. You see it all the time.
Like the way the Premier League target Eden Hazard and trying to bring him down. I remember I think I sent a video to you where the guy said they played against Chelsea. And that time the manager was like, go get Eden Hazard. Make sure you bring him down. Make sure you pull him. You can stop him from playing. All that kind of stuff. So each and every game, managers target a specific player and they try to play rough on the player. And I feel bad for the way that the players that over there in Brazil are not protected by the referees. No, if you can remember, there's one guy, Nigerian we watch. I think he plays for one Spanish team. and he spoke to ESPN. He said the way they tackle in the referee doesn't say anything. They don't protect his players. It's kind of bizarre. I mean, very, very bad. And if you're a young player and you're being tackled that way, it's very difficult. I think I had the player I'll show my screen. And I'll bring the player up here in a bit. I'll show the. I'll have the picture of the player. I think Chelsea has been linked with him. If you can remember, Steven. But anyway, going back to yesterday's game, I think it was a very good exercise for your the young players from the academy. The Tariq and George and the others that came on. It was a good exercise for them. And Modric, we've said it over here many times, and I said, look, this guy's just been ballooning the ball. He's trying to go for that placement, the same goal that he scored yesterday. He's been trying that for ages, and finally it came to flourishing, or it happened for him. They keep saying whatever you do, just like Jacob said, he's just trying to say, okay, Chelsea, beat that team, a team that was being formed 7 years ago, but you beat the team they put in front of you. The team they put in front of you is the team that you beat. And then you move on from there. If Chelsea have played so bad, he will be the same person.
It's literally a saying for a reason.
Yeah, he will be the same person who will go on the paper and write, Chelsea will spend billions with all these players in Nkunku and that
journalist you on about?
Jacob. He'll write. He'll twist the things around.
Yeah.
With 1 billion spent on Chelsea squad, they couldn't beat a team that was being formed 7 years ago. The same journalist who write the same crap.
Ryan sent a similar thing in the group last night or this morning. I saw it this morning, so it was this morning. Of if Chelsea win, they basically get hated and slandered. If Chelsea lose, they get hated or they get slandered. Like, they can't win because no matter what happens, something negative is going to get written about Chelsea.
Absolutely. Maya, thank you very much. Maya said we can't move. He can't move to Europe because he doesn't have the work permit. I understand your point. The tackles are unreal. They want him out. Absolutely, they have to. I'm just praying that they can manage him and protect him very well, because we're going to end up having a Stavio injured player that injury cannot be healed. Because I'm not so sure about the facilities, the medical stuff and stuff like that in Brazil. I'm not so sure how they can scan and be able to manage his players very well. Chelsea is a better place for him when it comes to he'll be much more protected. Steven is right. He is underage for a work permit. Yeah, I knew all this, but I was just worried. That's why I was like, you're not getting my point. My point is, get this guy away from Brazil, because he's been knocked down plenty of times, and you just target him. They're flying in tackles to this guy. He's going on the ground and keep waking up, getting up on the ground, trying to go for the ball again and do magic.
I don't think he's been knocked out yet.
I'm happy for George, Guy, and Modric, and Tosin Debribayo. I'm sure. And the Tosin, the second team are slowly gaining confidence. Well, I wouldn't see confidence that much. This same team, when you give this team to some of the mid-table team, they're probably going to struggle. But also, things doesn't become easy for the team when you have so many changes. With the changes that we already have on the team as 11, then the second half, too many changes coming. It distracts the flow, the understanding. But yeah, Chelsea was still able to register 8 goals, which is impressive. 8 goals is, it's impressive. I said 10. Guys, if you remember my review, the preview, I said 10 goals. Steven, do you remember I said 10 goals?
I also said we could bang 10 past them. We weren't far off.
By the way, I don't know. Looks like we all saw it coming.
By the way, I've just seen this post by a Twitter page that I follow called Rising Stars 11, yeah?
Okay.
Tyreek George, 18 as in he's 18 years old, versus Noah last night. His first start for Chelsea, 4 key passes, 82% pass accuracy, 2 big chances created, 1 out of 2 successful crosses, so 50%. 1 out of 2 successful long balls, so 50% again. He created 4 key passes and 2 big chances. Tariq George on his full debut. Granted, it's against Noah, but like we've said, can only play who's in front of him. And the key thing for me, it isn't even about the opposition for him. He's an 18-year-old kid. It was his first ever senior start for Chelsea. That's the bigger thing for me. Forget for a second the level of opposition, because he's a teenager, he's 18, he's never started a senior football game in his career. Yeah?
Yeah.
He's playing against men from the start. I think he played about 60, 70 minutes, something like that. So the majority of the game for the first time. He hasn't had actually, tell a lie, he would have played against as an under 21 against the League 2, League 1 teams, because there's a competition where you've got League 2 and League 1 teams against the under 21 teams as like the Premier League teams. So actually he has done that, but not of the same level, basically.
Okay. Absolutely. I mean, his performance yesterday was good. He said an hour, I think, and 2 hours to go, he saw his name on the team sheet.
Yeah, Maresca said that. Maresca said that he told him about 2 hours before, because he tells different people different points because of if it's their first start, for example, like it was for Tariq George. It's about how he thinks they'll react to it. Will they sort of be constantly thinking about it, overthinking? So,
right.
Yeah. And all the commentary and that and pundits kept saying, like his family and his friends and that didn't have time wouldn't had as much time to get it or not. I mean, I'm sure he would have known he's in the squad, so you could have had them there anyway.
He even said it. There was a little interview on the page.
Yeah,
he even
said it with
that.
Chelsea TV, I believe it was. They normally do one with a couple of players after the game.
Yeah.
But he said he found out 2 hours before. But yeah, you would have had at least some of the family there anyway.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Stephen G. Maya said I'm very happy for these players. Guys, I'm curious about Nkunku because we keep saying he doesn't play as a number 9, but somehow he surprises us. The guy deserves a chance to start. Remember, Enzo Maresca said about Nkunku, he said he's not a natural number 9, but they play in that position, which sometimes affects him. He's not a natural number 9. So yesterday, I mean, I'm sure if Steven plays yesterday as a striker, he might definitely get a goal. One way or the other. If Steven, he hasn't played football for a decade. Definitely when he get on the pitch against Noah, Steven will bang in a goal. Steven, wouldn't you?
I'd back myself too, yeah.
Definitely. All right, Chelsea Dan. Big up to you, Danny. Danny boy, you called me. Danny, I saw the call, but I couldn't answer. I saw like, oh, come on, Dan. Dan, you called me 5:44 a.m. Danny. Dan is right here. Dan, you called me 5:44 a.m. 5:40 before my wake up time is 6 o'clock. So you wake me up. I saw a ring in a flash. I was like, oh goodness, Dan, I can't be talking. My wife is sleeping right now. I can't be talking and waking me up.
Replied in the private chat. On StreamYard. Yeah.
So if you look at it, if you can see right now my phone, right there, Dan, I saw it. It's 5:44 a.m. Dan, you have to remember, you guys are 5 hours ahead of me. 5 hours. So if you could tell, I call you at the right time. I didn't call you when it's my 10 p.m. because I know it's going to be midnight to your time, Dan. All right, so big up to you, man. My man is going to, you want to check on me and see what I got going on. But thank you very much, Dan. Tariq George, we have a gem right here. Very, very talented player. Big up to you, Steven. Let me see what Dan says over here. I'll keep it private. Okay. All right, Dan. It's all right. It's all right.
And if you're going to call him, don't call him before like 2 p.m. our time.
Yeah. Dan is here. Let me change the format. No, Dan. Okay, let me see. I don't know why his face is not showing.
It's because you haven't put him onto the thing yet. There you go.
Yeah. No, I have him there, but this one. But probably my comment is blocking his view. Nah. Why is not? I don't know. Let me see if I can edit it.
In the actual stream yet.
Oh, I'm not. Okay. Okay, then that's why.
What I'm saying. You haven't put him in the actual stream yet. Oh.
All right, we have Dan in the building. Big up to you, Dan. Dan, welcome back again, brother.
Here's up, my boy. I ain't heard from you for ages. I thought I'd ring ya. See what's kind of crap because you say I don't ring ya. I don't like.
And then you ring him at 5 a.m.
Yeah, but Steve, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what it is? I don't know if he's 5 hours behind. So my bad. From now on, now I know it's later. Yeah, if it's 4:30 in the morning. God damn, I have to better ring you like later, wrong time. But yeah, but anyway, guys, up the Chelsea. I'm glad to see you both on. It's nice to see you, Steve, again. And everything. I hope you're keeping well. And my bro knee.
Dan, show your face. Show your face. Show your face.
I can't. My mouth is swollen. And I look rough.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay.
Basically, I'm on antibiotics and that. And
Yo, did you just come on to get us all sick or what? Is that why you're on today?
I've come on to speak about Chelsea because there's a big game on. I just wanted to come and speak about the game last night. That just to let us Chelsea fans, please don't hype up last night because we won 8-0. We basically played a Burger school team, right? Yes, it was a good result. It was fantastic. Well, I'm happy that we got the goals, but Nova's not really a big side. They were just a B team. Basically like a pub team, Sunday pub team. You know when you go to a Sunday pub team, and then they work on a day at Burger King, and then they come on and just play their games and all that.
But Dan, you play what they put in front of you, isn't it?
What's that, Nee?
I said you play what they put in front of you.
Oh, what, Nee? Right. Say a Bonds kind of a team, yeah. Like say you had a Bonds team, yeah, and you had a silver team. So who's gonna win out of a silver team versus a Bonds team? It'd be the silver team, wouldn't it? Because they're big guy, they got more pace and they got more strength and the strategy. Us club, we spent over something. Look how much money we spent. Yeah, the team like the Sassis, Badichilis, Joao Felix. Modric, all this lot, yeah, didn't even turn up against Newcastle 2 weeks ago. And then next week we had 2 changes. We put George on and we put Mark Gui. And we play a team, yeah, it's a pub team, it's a school team. But I'm not criticising them. It was a good game for these lot in our B team to go and score the goals.
Okay.
But the situation this year, why couldn't these lot, the same team, apart from Mark Gui and George, go and do this against Newcastle in the Caribbean Cup?
I mean, to be fair, we did have chances against them. We just didn't finish them. So,
and that's what I mean. So, and Newcastle had like 6 different. They changed 6,
5
5 players.
Yeah.
In that game or in the Caribbean Cup, right?
Yeah,
5
we had
players.
11. We have 11 players, and that played against them in the Premier League.
Okay,
let me quickly put into perspective.
But right? Just quickly, wait there, Steve. Right there. Right, just let me quickly come in, and I'll let you come in. Sorry, bro. Mm-hmm. So the team you're saying about 11, the 11 team that played 2 weeks ago in the European, played against who we won in a European, played the same team against Newcastle, yeah, and lost 2-0. But I'm not like the situation is our B team. Yeah, we're gonna beat teams like Noah and all these other teams. What coming up to come against us? We got a big game on Sunday against Arsenal. We might not even know how. We couldn't even beat Man United last weekend. Man United's been crap this season, totally crap.
Yeah, but new manager bounce.
And a new manager bounce. Right, we go draw on the penny. They should. Man United should have beaten us. They should have beaten us, but they couldn't finish their chances. Man United were a better side. This is what I mean. We've played 3 big top teams now. We lost to Liverpool on the penalty. We lost to Man City our first game of the season. And we drew to Man United, who's been poor. We have Sunday this game. Yeah, we might not have Cole Palmer, so it's gonna be a contest. If we don't have Cole Palmer this Sunday, yes, Martinez should have got a red card, but this is Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. right? And we dominated them last year. We don't want hope. We just don't hope that Sanchez don't do this mistake again. Give it to Declan Rice because Arsenal has
Rice
been
might
poor
not
this
play, so
season.
we could avoid that one.
Who?
Rice might not be playing, so we could avoid that one.
Oh, it's Rice not playing this year. That's
just
good.
give it
It
to
might,
Mourinho
yeah.
instead.
They say it's toe, broken toe, or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's good. Then there's no
Wait, he'll
excuse to
just give
beat
it
this.
to Mikel
on Sunday.
Moreno instead.
Yeah. There's no, Steve. Then there's no excuse to beat this on Sunday if there's no Declan Rice because they've conceded 11 goals this season. Yeah, we've conceded 12. One goal don't make anything. So they're these Arsenal fans are making out they've got the best centre backs this season because of
Best
one
centre
change.
backs in the world, apparently. Best partnership in the world.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Steve.
But Chelsea's
legit-
is 4, according to Arsenal fans, and we've conceded 1 more goal, and we've played Newcastle, Liverpool, Man City, Man United on a new manager bounce, and at Old Trafford.
Yeah. But then
If I
Steve, the thing is,
I'm in trouble.
this is what I say. If I speak, I'm in trouble. Saka ain't been great. Martinelli hasn't been great for them. Havertz hasn't been great for them. Yeah,
Saka
Havertz
ghosted in big occasions, bro. He done it at the Euros, ghosted.
Dan, let me ask you
got more
this.
goals than him.
Dan,
Go on,
do you
Lee,
think
bro.
the Manchester United squad that they spend almost about 600 million on, when they meet the Noah side, would they be able to register the number of goals that Chelsea registered yesterday with some of the players out and some of the players in terms of, okay, we got to bring in our team B, because that was not Chelsea's team A. It was basically a team B that plays against Noah. Do you think either United first 11 could have registered 8 goals against Noah and keep a clean sheet?
Yeah, of course they would.
And keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, of course they would.
So you're not giving the credit to the players that we have on the pitch that plays against Noah and stop. I mean, you're not giving the credit to them. You're not giving them the credit. You're just saying Noah was that bad, that Chelsea. But you forgot the kind of talent we have on the pitch.
Yeah, but the understanding of Norwich Football Club, yeah, right. Look at the difference from our team to their team. Look at the mistakes they made. Look how they're not a big team, yeah.
Okay.
And right, big couple of weeks ago, right?
When Steven,
Wait, nee.
no, I'm not going away from you, Steven. When was Wrexham formed?
God.
When was Wrexham formed? I don't have that.
Wrexham, I think, are one of the oldest clubs. I think.
Okay, then that's okay. I rest my case. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, so if you know, I'm trying to say to you, my brony.
Yeah, go ahead.
You go look at the 2 weeks at Norwich team, yeah, in the league. They won 5-0, they won 6-0 against these 2 teams in their league. Right? Credit to them. Credit to them, yeah? But you're playing a team, it's like a pub team. You got 2 guys who've been on a 5-hour journey on a coach, can't afford a plane ticket to fly over to London, had a 5-hour journey on a coach just to come to a game that works in Burger King.
On the what?
There's 2 guys work at Burger King in that team. Yeah, they're not a fully team, yeah, who have fully wages. They're part way football club, right? You have 2 players, yeah, who work in Burger King, right? Had to travel, had no money, yeah, to travel on the airplane, so had to travel on 5-hour on a coach to come to England at Stamford Bridge.
I don't get it. There's nothing wrong with a player playing for Noah and working for Burger King. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but you're
making that sound like.
But no, you're not understanding this, right?
I understand what you're saying.
No, you're not.
It's a professional footballer, and he's working on the side, doing McDonald's, and then play football at the same time. Just like you, I believe that someone in the championship, or maybe the league before the championship, there's someone that does something like that.
You're not understanding what I'm saying, right?
I understand what you're saying, Dan. I understand 100%.
Okay,
you are trying to say that the team Chelsea played against were no good team, and you use words like pop team because they're like a Sunday league team that Chelsea played against. It was just more of an exercise. There was no competitive game.
It was just like a train. It was a training method for Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying. You're not giving the credit to Chelsea. Chelsea went in and believe that they have something at stake. They want to play football. and
No.
did not put the foot wrong.
Okay, right. Nee, how could right? How can I explain it? Right. How can I explain it? Right. The mistakes what the players done, yeah, on Noah's team,
Yeah.
it's not a world class team like Galatasaray.
That is where you go wrong again.
Fiorentina.
Chelsea made the same blunder against Manchester City and they got punished 2 goals. Chelsea, the same team that you said, okay, they're world class team, made the similar mistakes against Manchester City. And if it during preseason, the same thing against Celtic in preseason, the same thing against the same thing against Manchester City in the Premier League, and Chelsea got punished. So if they were trying to play out from the back, like Chelsea were trying to play out from the back, and they make mistake, and Chelsea capitalize on those mistakes and score goals, you don't say, the mistake they make is...
So, Nee, listen to what you just said, because before I said about pre-season, you told me they don't really try in pre-season. Celtic, have a better squad than Noah. They're in the Champions League.
No, I'm not comparing the 2 teams. You're talking about the goal. You said the goals that they give away.
You're comparing Celtic and Man City.
I'm not comparing Celtic and Man City. You're not getting me. You raised the point about the goals.
Pre-season, bro. You're saying about pre-season, yeah?
No, forget about the pre-season. I'm trying to tell you. You raised the point about the goal that they conceded, and I said they were trying to play out from the back, and every team that tries to play out from the back makes similar mistake. And Chelsea made similar mistake against Man City, and they got punished for it. They did the similar mistake against Celtic during preseason, and also Man City during preseason, and we got punished for it. Similar goals.
Okay, Nee. How much did we spend on these players?
It doesn't matter. You play against who they put in front of you.
No, it's not about God. It's not about
goodness.
God. You're playing the teams on like it's 150k a team. You should be beating a 150k team.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Sorry, I disagree, bro. Dan, I'm sorry, bro. Big up to him.
I'm sorry to interrupt
you guys.
But DJ.
But Dan, listen, let me explain, Dan, right? Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying, bro. What we should have done yesterday, but any team winning 8-0 in Europe is a big thing. Not many teams have done that, bro. And I don't care who the opposition is. We still went out there and done an 8-0 win yesterday. Yeah, and I'm not saying other teams have not done that victory. But Chelsea got 8-0, bruv. The last time Chelsea did a record like that, bruv, okay, was against Luxembourg in
Luxembourg. We beat 8-0 with one leg and 13-0 in the second.
1971. Yeah. And I do believe we scored 10 goals. I think it was 10 goals in one game.
13.
And 10 goals in the first leg.
13 in one leg. We scored 8
and then
in the other
goals.
for an aggregate 21-0.
You're right.
So what I'm saying, bro,
this is the first time we've scored 8 or more in a European game.
But so
Dan,
let DJ finish. We've got too many of us talking. No one's going to hear us.
Sorry, guys. Sorry to interrupt you, Dan.
That's okay. Go ahead.
And by the way, big up to every single one of you. Sorry, Dan. I'm not spoken to him for a long time. He's a big brother of mine, so big up to him. And I always agree to disagree with Dan, as you know. And in this situation, I disagree with him because even though whoever the opposition was yesterday, Dan, right? Yeah, bruv, we still won 8-0. Okay, and that is a big thing. And instead of all I've seen today, is we're hardly, people are saying, "Oh, it was an easy victory," but no one is giving us the plaudits. I don't care what team it is, bruv, right? Yeah, any team to go and get an 8-0 win over whoever it might be. We should be getting the headlines. We should be making it. Well, today, all we got today, instead of that stupid idiot, is it Keinberg or Gienberg, whatever his bloody name is?
Yeah, Gienberg.
Did you see the idiot article? Did you see this article he put out today that we shouldn't be in the league? We shouldn't be playing in the league.
No, I didn't. What did he say? Sorry, what did he say?
He basically said that Chelsea shouldn't be in this competition. Yeah, and I'm like thinking, what are you talking about, mate? Yeah, and at the end of the day, wherever I keep saying, people like that, you got idiot reporters like that obviously want to put everything across.
Chelsea historically is such a big club. That's the issue. He's not looking at it as last season Chelsea struggled under Maurizio Pochettino, blah blah blah.
Let Dan land, and then
historically they're such a big club they shouldn't be there.
So if you let DJ land, then you guys can come in.
bro, it's okay. I just want to say, and look, like I said, yeah, and all I've heard today, right?
Okay, DJ.
No,
Hold on, Dan. Let him finish. Dan, let him land. Let him land.
You can jump in, bro, afterwards. All I'm basically hearing is, right, we should be, as Chelsea fans, and as I keep saying, as Chelsea fans, and as I said to you before, right, it doesn't matter who the opposition is. We should be shouting from the rooftops that we got such a big victory in Europe. Or if you look at the teams this week in European competition, apart from Manchester United and Liverpool, all the other teams done crap in Europe this week. All right, and at least we can say we stood out. That's probably the best out of the whole lot of them, regardless who the opposition is. And like, big up to Maya in the comments there. Like he said, can you imagine that was Pochettino? Can you see us getting 8 goals against his team with Pochettino as manager? Probably not.
Probably concede 8 goals.
Yeah, we would. We would all.
No, bro.
This is DJ. You could laugh. Yeah, I'm happy. It was a good flashing. It was a good result for us.
Without Cole Palmer, bro, as well. By the way.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're not like. This is what I hate about people saying that Chelsea are Cole Palmer.
No, bro, I'm agreeing with you, but there's too many idiots out there that are saying that's my point.
We got rival Arsenal fans. We got rival Arsenal fans. It's still Cole Palmer FC. No, it's not.
Then stick to what you're saying before we get into the Arsenal.
But when we're talking about Arsenal, all these rival fans saying...
No, we're not talking about Arsenal. We're talking about yesterday's game.
He's saying what people were saying about the Chelsea result last night.
Yeah, Chelsea results, we still... They're trying to say we still Cole Palmer FC club since not till this season and all. But, what I'm trying to say is, DJ, you might disagree, but, like... Yes, it's heritage, right? It's a good result from like all the European. The guy who probably said about, we should be in this league, it's facts. We should be in this. We should be in a proper European league.
He didn't say that, though.
Yeah,
he didn't say that in his article.
Okay, well, DJ, I don't know what was said. I'm not gonna. I can't criticise this guy that I haven't seen what's been said. If
DJ, put it this way, this guy I have a hatred for because he said stuff like, poor old Matthew Harding should have took the train and all this stuff, and
I've never liked the guy.
Who is this?
Jacob Steinberg. Jacob Steinberg. Is that right?
I don't listen to that little muppet anyway. He doesn't know nothing about our club.
Done.
But the situation is right.
Wrap up, Dan. Wrap up.
No, I'm trying to wrap up. Yeah, but I'm trying to say this, my boy. Right.
Yes, sir.
For a team to come out and us fans saying, yes, this is a good 8-0 flashing against a team. Yeah, is a 150k team buyout. It's basically a pub team. It's good. What I'm trying to say is right. We haven't hardly seen Joao Felix play. Yeah, he's never picked to the first team. Yes, good. Got credit to him. He scored 2 goals. Good for Nkunku scored 2. Nkunku hasn't had the ability right for this season to do much. We have Arsenal on Sunday. So if you could go do this to a team like Noah, let's see if you could go do it against a big club like Arsenal. Because the thing is, these teams here, what we're playing against are Mickey pub teams. These are pub teams, that you should be going spanking 8-0s and 7-0s. We got another UEFA, against Heidenstein next week, a German team. That's a good team in Germany. Yeah, right. They're German, right. They're a good team. Right, Kevin. Right, these are a good team. Let's see if they could go and spank them 8-0. If they could go and spank them 8-0 next week, I'll say to myself on this YouTube, fair play. I'll give you the credit because thing is, right, and this, right, but you can't give a credit. Yes, it was good credit for these for scoring 8-0. But this team gave them the goals, which should have been 1-0 in the first half, like straight away when Joao Felix had that chance. They literally gave Chelsea the goals because the team what we've got, should be beating teams like pub teams like that. No, they're not a high standard quality team.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Dan. I mean, from what Dan is trying to tell me, that if Chelsea haven't recorded 8 goals, if Chelsea have scored 2 goals or 1 goal, then it means that Noah would have been a good team. That's what he's trying to say. If we're not able to beat a team more and that number of goals, it means that team is a better team, according to what Dan is trying to say. I understand that, but we're gonna move on from there. Dan, I don't know, but we're not gonna state this place, specific place for a long time. We're gonna move on from there. We're gonna move on. Big up to you. What was that, Steven?
I know. So the thing about what that I nearly swore about the guy, but that thing that journalist said was essentially about the whole point of the competition was brought in existence for benefit of Europe's smaller teams, little for Chelsea to gain and all that. Yeah. Let's put it this way, right? You can say that Chelsea shouldn't be in it or Chelsea should or whatever, right? The fact is that realistically, no matter what, because of the financial muscle of the Premier League, near enough every season, the English team should bare minimum get to the quarter, if not the semi-final. Yeah, bare minimum, right? But they can say it's supposed to be for the smaller teams and that, yeah? Okay, so do it that you can't have the teams from the higher nations qualify for it then. Because in the Premier League, you look at the teams you've got, yeah? City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, Man U. City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, yeah? Man U, Newcastle, Aston Villa. That's 18 straight away. One of those is guaranteed to be in Europe. It might be the Conference League. The majority of those teams are probably in Europe. So it's all well and good saying shouldn't be there. Based on last season, we deserve to be in this for the wrong reasons. We were unlucky, if anything, that Man City had been on the you-know-what all week getting drunk, yeah? Because if they'd won, we'd be in the Europa League right now. I would probably smack a few of the teams in there and get through comfortably in that as well.
Absolutely.
We'd probably
and one thing to add to it as well, and one more thing to add to that as well. I mean, what people will also take into consideration, whatever people want to say about the competition, guys, right? Yeah, Chelsea can be the only club. We go on to win it. We're going to be the only club in history to win all 4 European tournaments, all cups.
Well, everyone.
So that is something. Yeah,
right.
So everyone. So that my point to that will be is okay. If we go on to win it, which I think we're going to do, yeah. Okay, that makes history. That's history in itself again. That's history in itself again because we've won it all again. We've learned it. We've won it all, mate. And you know that's what I keep saying again.
Again. Do you know what the main thing is for me?
All right, Steven, let me go to the comments. Now I'll be back. I haven't been to the comments at all. I'll be right back right after getting some of the comments out and some of the questions. But big up to you, Lord Vapor Nation. Big up to you. He said 2-1. Okay, Lord, we can do this prediction tomorrow. We'll talk about Arsenal. We'll look into the build-up for the Sunday game. Maya said that we understand Conference League is way beyond our level, but I can't allow this to say. It can allow Dan to say we haven't been performing recently. Come on, we have been good. It's just our decision making. That is from Maya. Chelsea Dan, come on, brother. Maya said I disagree, bro. But a big up to everyone in there. I get your point. Even if we have an easy team. We won 8-0, bro. That's our highest win record since Poch left to watch the ceiling. I'd rather drink Maraska poison.
It's the first time Chelsea won 8-0 since Aston Villa in 2012 when Chelsea went on to win the European Cup.
Right. Big up to you, the Blue Lounge. Big up to you, Mo. He said 8 goals and clean sheet is a result regardless of the opponent. Thank you very much. Mo said I love the performance of Chelsea and yes, coming to you. One more from Maya before we continue with the segment of the show. Without CP, Cole Palmer, we are fine. I don't know why rival fans want to say CP is the only is our only creative player. Absolutely, that's not. We got a lot of creative players on the pitch that can do what Cole Palmer does if it's not there. But you know, he's the man of the moment, so always the cameras will be on him. But thank you guys very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. My name is Neil with my co-host Steven G with our wonderful brothers from the Blue family, Chelsea Dan and DJ Sav in the building with us reviewing yesterday's game that took place in the conference Stamford Bridge. The game, the the most anticipating game. I said yesterday, UEFA Conference League phase match between Chelsea and FC Noah, Stamford Bridge on Thursday night. Absolutely. 2 goals each from Joao Felix and Christopher Nkunku helped Enzo Maresca's blue break record for biggest win in the competition's history. So that's what we're looking at right now. As of now, we're going to look at sitting key players, individual players, the likes of Tosi's goal. Go ahead, sir.
Just quick, because otherwise I'm going to forget. Just before you went to the comments, to add on to the point that was being major, that Chelsea could be the first one to win every European competition. For the second time, we could be the first ones to do that, by the way. The other thing for me, right, is that, add on to that point, there's something kind of poetic. Granted, he didn't do it with Chelsea, that if Chelsea do this, as we would expect Chelsea to do, everyone expects Chelsea to do it, Chelsea be the first club to do it, the only club to do it. Mourinho was the first and still the only manager to complete the set of Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. There's something poetic in that. The fact that, although he didn't do it with Chelsea, unfortunately, that would have been class if he did. It's one of, if not our greatest manager, right?
100%.
And he's the only manager
facts,
to ever.
mate.
We could be the only club to ever do it. Because you ain't going to get a Real Madrid in there unless something goes really badly wrong.
There's no way that, yes, definitely you're not going to see Real Madrid in there doing it.
So,
Yeah.
Steve,
I
And
agree.
there's
Quick
London
question.
teams winning it.
Dan, you say you have a question? Go for it.
All right, 100% what you said there, Steve. Right, I believe, but we haven't really came up against a good performance category in this conference. So, like, if we once we got these other teams on paper and we kind of like and we go through to the next round, we haven't really came up a good performance step up team. So, what I'm trying to say is, right, if we come up against
Dan, you said you have a question. I said go ahead.
yeah,
You
no,
haven't-
no, no,
He's
no,
getting
I'm
there.
just-
He's getting there.
I'm
He's
getting
there.
there.
Okay.
Right?
That's why he said about this bit now he's going into.
Yeah, look, listen, Lee, listen to what I'm trying to say, because we haven't, like, what I'm trying to say is, so far in the UEFA European, we haven't came up with a good competitive team, right? Hasn't come, like, so far, that the competitive team.
I disagree.
No, wait. How can you disagree? Right, no, because I'm saying this is the question is, right?
Dan, I can reverse you. I can
No,
play
you
back.
can't
I can.
reverse me.
Let's hear him make this, and then I
hear
want
me
to
out
counter
first.
because I've
Hear me
got a good
out, and you
counter
can come
on
in
it straight away.
afterwards, Lee.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
hear
I
me out.
Dan, I can play back your own voice. I can play back.
This is what I mean. He don't allow me to land. He does not allow me to land. He
No,
loves
what you said doesn't give me the chance for you to allow you to learn. It doesn't give me the chance for me to allow you to learn.
This whiny, because I know you can.
You are just like Rory Jones. You and Rory Jones are brothers. You and Rory Jones are
You know what,
brothers.
DJ?
Yo,
That's a tough one, bro. Rory
DJ,
Jennings, the
DJ,
brother.
telling you.
Damn.
this guy and
DJ,
Rory,
bro.
there's no difference between the two of them.
He
This guy
can't,
came here.
It's wrong because this guy does not allow people to finish their constant talk.
Love it.
Once,
Love it, Rory Jennings.
right, but
Love
this is why I love my Boney. But the thing is, you're talking about one game, and you're telling me,
Oh, man.
there was one game in European was a tough team that we played so far. Ridiculous. Or what that Russian who won the
Keep
league.
talking and I'll play back your voice.
Right. We haven't really came up a good tough competition in the European League yet. So the likes of Fiorentina, who else is in our Mickey Mouse
Fiorentina
Cup?
lost 2-1 to Apoel Nicosia last night.
Last night.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They lost 2-1. See, against who?
Big up, JC.
Apoel Nicosia.
Big up to you, JC.
Okay. So big up to JC. Yeah.
Dan, hurry, wrap up so I can play back your voice for you. Wrap up, hurry up. Go on.
I also
No,
got, I've also got something
yeah,
back. I've got something back to come on it as well.
So
Go on, Dan.
the most thing, if we could win this European competition, I'm asking the question is,
Yep.
who's good? Who's really in that European? Yeah, is the most competitive threat? Because there's in this for a minute, there's no one.
Yeah,
Name me
I
one.
get what you're,
Name me one team, Neelan.
I
Come
get
on.
what you, I get what you're saying in what you're saying there, Dan. But look, listen. The only thing I'll say to what do you call it, and I don't know, is if you remember out, Dan, when we first started, when we're going back now, yeah, to give players confidence, I call this right, yeah. When we won the Cup Winners' Cup some time ago with the players that we had, Chelsea were a team that was not winning trophies, right? But what that did to what it did to that set of players at the time, it gave them confidence to go on to bigger and better things, and they did, because there was, because obviously what happened is we got into the Champions League through that, where we started to improve our game. And I think for these players, regardless who the opposition is, because you can say the same thing about the Cup Winners' Trophy as well, right? Yeah, okay, because people were saying the same thing. Oh, it was hardly no one to play it, but you still got to be in it to win it, right? And the bottom line is, yeah, we won that tournament back then, right? Yeah, the Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah. Okay. So in this, how I look at this one, regardless if the team is not that great, the teams that we're playing against, and what it does do for these set of players, Dan, is it gives them confidence, bro. And how I look at it is it gives them a chance to win their first trophy and get their first trophy possibly get their first trophy on the books. Which means, and we all know what happened after that. We were all going on to a trophy. We couldn't stop winning trophies after that. If you guys remember, when we first won our Cup Winners' Trophy, okay, Cup Winners' Cup, we were winning trophies after we were winning trophies, and obviously when Broman came in, he made it better for us.
Yeah,
he made it better for us.
Yeah,
so I think in that kind of like
DJ.
way. But even though, bro, there's not much competition in this tournament. I get what you're saying, and I get your point is a valid point, because yeah, there is not much opposition that you can say that are great. I probably would say, I think we already alluded to it, is Fiorentina. But again, after what happened to them last night, I wouldn't even call them a strong opposition.
The Cypriots packed in the Italians.
There you go, bro. Yeah.
So Neat, tell me who's. I want Neat to not answer this question, because he reckons there is. Like who? Come on, tell me, Neat. Who's the most competitive?
Before you go to Nia,
yeah.
Also note Fiorentina almost got knocked out in qualification by Puskás Academy.
Yeah,
they only won.
I remember that.
And this is what I'm saying, Steve.
Academy, bro.
Come on, Waffle, Mr. Waffle.
Also, on top of that, remember, Tottenham have been in this, and Tottenham didn't get out of the group stages.
Nah, I don't understand Dan over here. Dan, you're just contradicting yourself. You're confusing yourself on this
I'm not
argument.
Because you're waffling.
You mentioned Fiorentina.
You told me, my boy, there's a competitive team.
Can I finish, Dan? Can I finish?
You told me there's a competitive person in this UEFA. You told me that about 10 minutes ago. There is a competitive threat in this European League. Tell me who then, because for a minute there's none. There's none at all. Nee, come on, tell me.
Can I come in? Can I come in now without you interrupting me?
Come in.
You mentioned Fiorentina, and Steven said they even lost a game. They even struggled qualifying to this competition, and you mentioned them. But I want to tell you, remember, Dan, I'm trying to find a video. You came on this platform that we spent over 6 and 1 billion on this team. We couldn't beat our the first team we played at Stamford Bridge in the Conference League. Do you remember? We struggled to beat our team. You came over here. Oh, we have this place, we have that place. We couldn't beat that team. Dan, you said it. Now you're telling me that there are no competitive team in this league because we've stepped up our game.
But Neat, what I'm misunderstanding this year, apart from Fiorentina, the first when we got in the group stage this year, you're
mentioning names. You're mentioning names. You're mentioning names. Teams that have names in the past. That's not what we're playing with.
First period, I know the game what you said, that we were lucky that we could have lost that game, and we just won it by a penalty. The team what you're talking about, were quite strong, but they're not in this European League because they got knocked out by us, by lucky, But I'm saying this, apart from that team, it was like probably fair because the first game we played when we won. Yeah, we should have got knocked out because they were the better side when we went to their ground, right?
So then why are you saying that there are no better teams in this competition? We even struggle against the same team away.
There's no threat. There's no hard threat teams in this competition.
I don't understand.
With DJ saying, it's good that yeah, because if we do go win it, yeah, well, like in a Super Cup, yeah, I understand. But this like that team what we had is probably 100 better than what the team we've got now. Yeah, because the team what we've got now, if they go win this first European Cup, yeah, this is another cup in our cabinet. What do you think they're going to go far? Because Nkunku ain't going to stay next season. Joe Felix probably might not stay next season because he don't want to play second fiddle because he hasn't had no first minutes in the Premier League. And Nkunku's is not really ain't fed. He's probably fed up because he don't want to be second fiddle because he ain't getting much minutes in the Premier League. So all these players, what we're getting into our B team into this Conference League, some of them might not stay because they don't want to be second fiddle. Because they haven't had hardly like.
That's not what we're saying. That's not the point. That's not the point.
It is the
That's
point.
not
It is the point.
Right.
It is the point.
Neto's
It is
earned
the
his
point.
right.
Nee, I'm gonna try. I think you want a message. I've got someone at the door. Yeah, I'll try and jump back on again, guys, if I can. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys soon. Peace out.
All right, no problem.
Bye,
No problem.
bye.
Bye.
All right. See, the point is, Dan, don't confuse yourself. You said they're not good teams in this competition, and I was trying to tell you we played Genk, and the first Stephen, who did we play at Stamford Bridge in this competition? The first team we played, where Chelsea struggled.
The league phase was Ghent.
Was Genk. We struggled home and away with this team.
In the league phase or overall?
The first game we played, even the qualifier, and even Genk
was Servette, and the first league phase game was Ghent.
I think there was a league game. We struggled against Genk to even skip past them with 3 goals at Stamford Bridge. And then we even went to their home ground and we even struggled over there. And you're telling me they're not a good team? It's just that Chelsea have stepped up their game. Chelsea have understand the philosophy of Enzo Maresca, and Chelsea have understand who they are playing. Who they're playing with in terms of the players. They understand the players' movement and all that. That is why Chelsea are scoring that many goals. It's not the opposition team is that bad. Chelsea are a better team because they understand the manager's philosophy and they're scoring goals. That is what I see. I don't think that, look, the same team that we beat 8 yesterday could beat Fiorentina 1-0. And you'll be surprised. You beat the team they put in front of you. And that's what Chelsea did yesterday. And I give them the credit for doing that. And I give the credit for Genk trying to play out from the back, which is not that easy. And the financial muscles of that team, even trying to play attacking football, not even better than what Arsenal have been trying to do in the Premier League. With all the money spent in Arsenal Football Club, they've been playing Pack the Bars team.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Arsenal.
No, I did not pack the
Arsenal. He's making the point that unlike Arsenal, they didn't park up. They actually came to play football.
You get what I'm trying? That's the point I'm building. No one came to play football. They were playing out from the back there. They were making mistakes. They will learn from it and get better. But Arsenal, that we know that, they have all the best players. They spend lots of money, way more than Noah did. They've been parking the bus in Europe. They've been parking the bus in the Premier League. You get what I'm saying? Unlike what they were doing 2 seasons ago. So I give the credit to Noah. They considered 8. They'll learn from it. They'll get better. You're gonna see the next result that is gonna come from Noah. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. There are good teams in this competition, but the fact that look at how West Ham struggled last season. Was the last season under David Moyes when they won?
West Ham won it.
Yeah, they won it, but they struggled. I watched it again.
But they had that season. Yeah, they struggled because they had better structure, better team. They had Roma in there. They had likes of other good teams in there. They had like
they have German teams and they played. I think they played against the German team.
Chelsea playing German team next.
Yeah, they are German teams. It doesn't mean they're bad. If you don't know, if you don't hear the name PSG or Real Madrid, it doesn't make the team a bad team. Chelsea have got. You know the story of the FA Cup. Non-league team can beat the Premier League team. Yeah. The story of the FA Cup.
We was close to not. We was close to not actually making this group stages for that first season with Enzo. It's because the same team there, the same players, disaster, Badaschili.
I hate when you do the individual criticism. I hate when you do that.
All these players, the same players who we had last season, that should know better to how to perform in this competition. They should know how to play together in this competition.
Dan,
Yeah,
you know
and
what?
yesterday, well, give credits to Chelsea winning 8-0, but the situation it was Noah that wasn't really a threat to us. Apart from one shot they had, before like less than a second that hit the post. But after that, they were everywhere. They were literally everywhere. That's how we got the goals from set pieces and the that
Okay.
from that.
Thank you very much, Dan.
But Nick, just quick question. So the team that
Question. Ask the question. Oh,
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you.
you never asked the
So the
first
team,
question.
right. No, I just want to give you. So the team that we had two changes in that team, George and Mark Gui. If the same team we had against Newcastle last week, do you think the same team this Sunday against Arsenal would go beat them 8-0?
No. There's no way Chelsea can beat Newcastle 9-0. There's no way because
Arsenal. So what makes you think that the team we beat Noah 8-0 that there's the same team? If we had the same team against Noah, we play against on Sunday against Arsenal. Why don't you think that we can't beat them 8-0? Because you said they're playing. You just told that they're playing a better structure now. They're playing as a team.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why they won 8-0. So why don't you think that we couldn't go and beat Arsenal 8-0 with this team what we had on last night?
Dan, I know you. I know you play football. You play football before you know football. Every game is different. Every position team you play is different.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. We're gonna move on from there. We have Scala also in the building right now. At the moment, we have Scala here. Thank you very much, Scala, for being here with us. Big up to Maya. Maya said, "No lie, I won't sleep on Fiorentina. We even struggle against Servette away." Absolutely. So there are good teams out there. Definitely, there are good teams out there. I want to love you forever. Big up to my sister in the building. She said, "Big up to Nate Zion and everyone joining on the panel. Welcome everyone." In the chat. Yeah, welcome everyone in the chat. Thank you very much. I want to love you forever. Maya JC. Big up to JC in the building. It says big up to DJ Nee Steven and Mr. AKA Danny Boy. All right, we'll move on from there. Maya said big up to I want to love you forever. Maya, everyone in the building. JC himself. I don't know if you guys can hear me speaking too fast. Anyway, I'm very, very excited. Good results, good exercise. But guys, we're gonna move on from the back and front with these, bad team and weaker teams in the Europa Conference League, and Chelsea are too good to be in there. Whatever, a win is a win. Whatever happens yesterday, we just have to, be positive today. Let's look at individual players.
Isn't it, though? Last point, yeah.
Last point. Let's look at individual players. Steven, come in real quick.
My last point
then
is
we can move on from there. Okay.
Chelsea are gonna break their European record in about 4 weeks.
In the amount of goals they're gonna score.
Huh?
Is it in what record? What was the record gonna be like?
13-0. We're battering that record.
I doubt you're gonna see that.
We're playing Astana, bruv. Astana. From Kazakhstan.
Yeah, who are they?
You know what? I'm not even joking, yeah? I'm not even joking. Put about 5 academy players on the pitch, yeah, so you can protect your...
You won't get even 8 playing Astana because they won't be that stupid. They will pack the bus. Pack the bus.
Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. If they do, we'll still batter them. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm gonna clip this, and I'm saying this that just will not skip 8 past Estonia because they will pack the bus. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. Because people are studying. Chelsea have made it 8 against Noah. We gotta be very careful. We're not gonna go open up. So I'm telling you, maybe.
I can't lie. At least we're top of in our European, but we're Man United are 15th. And then they're the ones relegated this last season where we were 6th. If we weren't for Man City, it was Man City that relegated to the Conference League.
Man City had been on the piss, bro.
Yeah. It was Man City that allowed Man United win the FA Cup because they felt sorry for them because they weren't going to get European football this season.
No, it wasn't even that, bro. They'd been drunk all week.
To the Conference League.
They've been drinking all week.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying, bro. But this is what I'm saying, Steve, yeah? Man United fans are telling us that they're the one relegated to the conferences. No, it was Man City that did it to us to allow you to win the FA Cup. Because if you noticed it, them two should have been in the final anyway. Coventry got cheated on by VAR, but actually that was a goal that knocked
Okay.
Man United out in the FA Cup. And if there wasn't a penalty, yeah, where was that corner against Man City in the final in that semi-final?
Do you know
So
what? Just
each
quick
day,
on
yeah,
this, right?
it was Man City that got us relegated in the Conference League, and look where we are. We're top number 1, and look where Man United in the Conference League. They're 15th in the table. They can't win. They've only
There's something
got a
poetic
win.
about the fact that Man United are 13th in the Premier League and 15th in the Europa League.
Yeah.
But Man United relegated us, guys. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, really relegated.
Dan,
us. It
hold
was
your
Man
peace.
City.
Hold your peace. Dan, hold your peace for a bit. You're talking
Wait,
about
that
Man
sounded
United.
like
Speaking of
something else. Lee, that sounded like you said something else.
Speaking of Man United, we have a Man United brother over here. Scala in the building. You guys are talking about you. I want you to have. Can you want to defend yourself, Scala? I can smell that 13 record from Maya. All right, Scala, welcome back to the show again.
Yeah, big up.
Greetings to you,
Yeah,
my brother. How are you?
Yeah, you can make all sorts of excuses, but we did relegate you to the Conference League.
No,
You know?
you didn't.
We literally did. We won the
let him
FA Cup.
land.
We won the FA Cup legitimately against Man City. You can question whether Man City were up for it, whether they were drunk after winning the Premier League. That's not our problem. We won the cup with fair and square, and then we put you in the Conference League. That's it, and we are in the Europa League.
I
You
agree
cannot
with you.
take away from that. Yeah, we are shit. I'm not saying that we are some world beater team. We are literally 13th or 14th in the league, and you guys are, going for the. You're literally in the top 4. So I'm not letting you take away what we did against Man City. That was literally a highlight of our season. That's why we kept Ten Hag. So you can talk, you can question all other parts of our team, but I'm not letting you take away the FA Cup win. That will go down in the record.
Man City gave you that. Man City relegated us, not
Yeah,
you.
but we didn't say Man City to play shit. We actually defended well
Man
in
City
that
was
game.
drunk that night. Even Pep came out after the
Yeah,
Conference
that's
that
not
we
our
weren't really
problem.
trying.
That's not our problem.
Pep
That's their
came
thing.
out after the Conference said
Dan,
it wasn't. He said
Danny,
we were trying
Danny,
in the FA Cup. Then
Danny.
I
they
can
changed
say
it
the
because they felt
same
sorry
thing
for
to you guys when you won the Champions League against Man City. If you play 10 times
No,
Man
because we
City in the
battered
Champions
Man
League
City.
final, you will lose 6 out of 10. It was just your day and Havertz score. So you can make if you can say if buts and maybes, but we won that day and that's the end of it. That was literally a highlight of our season. So I'm not going to let you take away from that.
Dan,
But
yeah, you have to
regardless
let
of
him
it, you're
talk.
anyways
Nah.
playing your third team. You're playing your C team in the Conference League, so it
I'm not
shouldn't matter
going
to
there.
you
I'm
much.
not going there with Man United fan trying to say about the Champions League. We literally
No,
just won the
hold
Champions
on.
League.
Dan, let him make a statement. When he's done, you also jump in. When two people are talking at the same time, it's very difficult for others to hear. But
Yeah,
guys, I will know.
you are in the Conference League because United won the FA Cup. However we won it, it's not our problem. We won it fair and square. No one can deny it. Even Pep said that United were a better team on that day. And in a FA Cup, in any final, if you're a better team than the other on that day, you are supposed to win it. That's what you did when you won the Champions League. Otherwise, Chelsea had no right to win the Champions League, considering your team and City's team. So you kind of have to give a bit of credit to us. That was literally our defining moment of that ridiculous season. So yeah, whatever. And anyways, you should not care about it too much. You're not playing
Can I
any of.
just Skylar, just gonna ask
And
you a
why
quick
are you
question.
so worried about playing
Well,
in the
no,
Conference League?
Could
You
I
are
just
not.
ask you a
Anyways,
quick
you're
question?
not playing your first team in
Let
the
him
me ask you
land,
a quick question.
Dan.
Yeah, I'm trying to let him land. I just want to ask him a quick question.
You never
Yeah.
ask the questions.
No,
You always say a question, but you never ask
Yeah,
questions.
go on.
Bro. I just want to
Yeah,
say
go
something to
on.
Man United fan, yeah? So
Yeah.
what is that? That is quite obvious, yeah? How that Man City on the FA Cup final didn't charge, because once you charge Ten Hag after the end of the season, the Premier League, he says, we'll go and win the FA Cup. And then Pep Guardiola comes out with, we weren't even trying. And you're talking about Chelsea in the Champions League, where that Champions League final, it was a couple days before when they won the Premier League. So how could you say it took them 2 days after when they won the Premier League? They went out on that night for a drink up. Then after that day, yeah, after that drink up, they went and played
So
the FA
that's not
Cup.
our problem. That's what I'm saying. It's
But
not
no,
our
hang
problem.
on, hang on. And then
They
after
went
that,
for a
yeah.
drink up. It's
No,
not my
but you're talking
problem.
about what you're saying about the Champions League, Chelsea, Man City.
Yeah. On
So,
that day, you were better than City and you
hang
won.
on, Skylar. Wait. You just said about Chelsea in
See,
the Champions
God.
League when. Well, no, mate. No, let me finish more because you can come in afterwards, and I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. It's all right. You're talking about Chelsea, Man City in the Champions League final, where it took them about a week before the Saturday when we beat them. They didn't go out for a drink then. It took you Man City and FA Cup final against Man United a day and a half, and had that day and a half when they went out drinking because they just celebrate winning the Premier League. You're talking about Chelsea beating Man City, where it was just a week. It was a week away on the Saturday kickoff. So where's the drinking on that when we beat them on that day when they just won the Premier League? Tell
Yeah,
me
I'm
that
not
one then.
denying your victory. I'm not
Thank you,
denying
Dan, for
that
your
your
question.
victory.
Thank you.
I'm just saying that on that day, on that Champions League day, you were better than City. Same goes for United. We were better than City on that day. We didn't tell them to go on a drink up and on a piss up and turn up for the FA Cup half drunk. That's not our problem. And on that day, we were better and we won. So you got to give us some bit of credit. I'm not saying like we are better than City and we are better than Chelsea. That's not I'm not saying that. On that day specifically, we were better than City and we won. That's it. They made a bad mistakes in the defense and we scored. It was a legit goal. It's so we didn't like cheat or try to dive or anything like that. It was a legitimate goal and we won. So it's just about on that day. And fair enough, you guys. Anyways, you guys should not be worried about it because you guys are not playing not even your second team in the conference league. Literally your third team or whatever it is. You probably will win this competition, and you are very much doing well in the Premier League. So it works
Right.
out well for you.
Scholar, I got a question. Why do people feel so pity for Pep Guardiola? The game, Chelsea and Man City, UEFA Champions League final, FA Cup final, Chelsea and Manchester City. If Pep Guardiola make his own formation and put in players the same against Chelsea finals, and then he end up losing it, people say, "Oh, okay, because he did that, or he should have played Rodri instead of Fernandinho," and that kind of stuff. People feel like Manchester City deserve to win every game against whoever they played against.
Yeah,
Why
it's
is it
like a
so?
yeah, it's like a
Chelsea beat City
superiority
3 times
complex.
in
It
about
is
4
like a
months.
superiority complex. I mean, whenever Man City, if you're
Save
playing
it.
Man
Save
City,
it,
they are
camera.
by default meant to win. And if you looked at your Champions League run, if I'm not wrong, you beat PSG, you beat Real Madrid, and you beat Man City in the final. That's one of the hardest Champions League run in like I don't know since Real Madrid did it last season. So you won the Champions League fair and square. So it's not like you can take pity on Man City. It's not your fault that they didn't score the goal and Havertz did. So it's all about on that day what happens. And
Yeah.
City didn't turn up.
It's
If I'm not wrong,
one of game. Finals are one of game. You
exactly.
don't replay it. So whatever manager is in charge have to put up his best tactics, best players on the pitch to win the game. If the opposition team strategy works, then the other team that did not dominate possession should need to gain the credit. But it's always Manchester City. Oh, because they did not play the rightful midfielder, that is why they lost. Oh, because they did this, that's why United won the game. That is a lot of bullshit to me.
No, I think that's look. If you're talking about the FA Cup final, I think there is a bit of logic involved. Like that City were a bit of like they were drunk. Literally, I remember Haaland, all these guys. They were literally saying from their mouth that we celebrated too much. So you have to take that in consideration. But that's not our fault. That's what I'm simply saying. You you won the Premier League like good, and then you got knocked out of the Champions League against Real Madrid. In the penalties. So you know that's I get that. And if we play Man City 10 times, they'll probably beat us 8 times. But it was on that day, it was our chance, so we won it, and then I kept this job. Same you can say for Chelsea when you won in the 2012 Champions League final. You came back, it was at the Allianz Arena, and it was your day, and you won the Champions League eventually. And you didn't win the Champions League in 2008 when John Terry slipped up. So it is just a matter of like brief moments. Like it's how these titles are decided. So I'm not going to look into much. And anyways, you guys are far ahead of us. It doesn't matter if you're in the Conference League, you'll probably win it anyways. You know, you're beating teams who don't even have badges. This team Noah, I was looking into them. They were founded in 2017.
Yeah.
You know, so
Do you know
but
what? It's mad because
that
they've already
2000
been in Europe 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but there's the situation.
Stephen, I heard you saying you. All right, let Stephen come. Stephen was going to say something regarding the what I said earlier on City. When City loses, then it becomes the people feel pity for Pep Guardiola, like they have to win every single game. Stephen was going to say something. We go back to Dan.
No. So I was going to say, when we did the Champions League run, I'm trying to remember it correctly. We didn't play PSG, but pretty much everything else was correct. We did play Porto. Porto, was it Porto? Did we play Atletico Madrid? Yeah, Porto, Atletico Madrid.
Madrid, yeah.
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And City were 4 of the opposition we had on that run. I can't remember the exact order other than Real Madrid semi-final, Man City final. But yeah, my thing was kind of to do with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, the run was ridiculous. And look, when he came in, Thomas Tuchel, we played City like 3 times in about 4 months to end that season. The Premier League, the Champions League, and I think, was it Premier League? Yeah, I think it was like 3 times in about 4 or 5 months. And Chelsea won every single one of those games.
Beat City back in front.
I think our first half of the season game against Man City, I think, ended up being in January because I think it got postponed or whatever, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we had 3 in about 4 months under Tuchel, and we won every single one, including last few weeks of the Premier League at Etihad, and then obviously the final in Porto in the Estadio Dragão.
Beautiful. Let's go to Dan. Before we get to Dan, big up to JC. Yes, he said, what a question, Dan. You made me so curious. Now you must ask one question. That question was very, very hefty from Dan. Big up to CFC since 1958. Big up to my brother. Nice to see you on our show. He says FA Cup semi. This semi was the other one. Okay, thank you very much for sharing that information with us.
Yeah, Prem, FA Cup, and Champions League. We've done them 3 times in 3 different competitions in 4 months.
Yeah, that was before we went.
Man City, we've done them in the Prem under Tuchel at the Etihad in, I think it was in May.
We did man.
Champions League final and done them in the FA Cup semi.
Yeah, we did them
within about 2 months, a month.
Yeah, well, we did him in the Caribbean Cup and all, so we did it in 3 months in the Premier League. Yeah.
So at that time, Manchester City were not our level. You get what I mean? We're way ahead of them. Although they have the Pep Guardiolas and all that kind of stuff. He found it difficult playing Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, I remember he found it very, very difficult. Thomas Tuchel has his numbers at that time.
Bro, so he literally laid it out. This is how they play, blah, blah, blah. And then he didn't play defensive mid in the final.
I remember that one. He says they have that person here. They have
it was their pre-tournament, pre-final interviews and stuff. He goes, they do this, and then in the final he goes, no defense.
Yeah. Thomas Tuchel did do that, but the situation this time where he was talking about Chelsea, Man City in the final, it was a week off, and we still done them in the Premier League. We did them in the FA Cup and the Caribbean Cup, and also we done them with our reserve players in the FA Cup in the semis when we knocked them out. But the situation is, no matter what, when we had Thomas Tuchel, we was unbeaten by Man City. Man City couldn't do anything.
I think they beat us once.
They beat us one at their ground. At
that time, Chelsea have already recorded 3 wins against Man City.
Yeah. Because we lost on the penalty. But that time when we got in the final, we knew what to do. We finished them up. But the situation,
Chelsea in finals under Tuchel were unbeaten, weren't we?
Yeah, we was. But then I want to ask Skyline, when you said about John Terry slipped, could you remember how icy that was and how we got how we got cheated on by Man United? But Ronaldo and that should have got sent off, and the goal we scored was no way offside. Where we was
Danny,
in the
Danny,
last
I don't want us to go all the way back to
Yeah, no, but
2008.
yeah,
But
no,
hold
no,
on,
but
hold on a second. Hold on a second. If I go back to all the way back to 2008, it will take the topic away. So let's stick to the review of yesterday's game. Okay.
Come on, but
Let's
Nick, but I'm just saying, if you were talking about 2007 08, yeah, why is that Skyler come out in 2007 08 when he said
No,
about
he was making the point. He was making the point.
Okay. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying this year, but that time, yeah,
Because
the Champions League-
2008, definitely Chelsea was supposed to win that Champions League game. Definitely,
should've won
we
that game.
outplayed. We should have won that.
We should have won
Yeah.
the game, but we got cheated on, and that's how they won the Champions League. And all these
You
Man
were
United
meant to
still
win
say
the
one
treble
shoulder.
that season, if I'm not wrong. You were supposed
Yeah,
to
we-
win
yeah,
the
we should
Premier
have- we
League
should-
and the FA Cup.
Yeah.
You know, you got
Yeah.
knocked out by Portsmouth in the FA Cup. So you can say if buts and maybes, but the history remembers only winners.
No, but we lost to Portsmouth, yeah, by a penalty where we should have standed as a penalty.
Was he
Won the Champions
what's
League
his
on
name?
penalties against Bayern. So
Portsmouth.
what's the comparison? You won the Champions League.
Was
your
it
first
Martinez in
Champions
charge?
League.
Was it Martinez? Was Roberto Martinez in charge in
Yes,
2008?
he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roberto Martinez. Yeah.
I think that was the time when it has the likes of Sulu Montari from Inter Milan, and then they won. I think they won the FA Cup, if I can remember.
They did, mate. Yes, they did, because they had a good team back then. But if you want to say that, yeah, but we still won a double there, and the Champions League final against Man United, we definitely got cheated on by the ref mistake where the goal should have stood. There was no way offside. In the last 93rd, I think it was the 92th minute, when Lampard scored that goal, suddenly, yeah, you're Alex Ferguson screaming and crying like a bitch to the linesman, saying that was offside, even though it wasn't offside. It was a goal. That was clearly on. It was a goal. We should have won that. It's been full time. We should have won 2-1. But in the day, the penny happened because it was in Moscow. I was there at the game. I watched it. It was cold. It was a snowy day. It was a proper snowy day, and the pitch was full of ice. It was ice. And when the John Terry wanted to move the ball of the penalty, yeah, because the ice bit, the referee told John Terry to go put it on the ice. But then suddenly Ronaldo did it. Yeah, moved the ball off the ice. Suddenly it gets the goal. And why was that allowed? Where Ronaldo could move the ball off the line where it was icy, but John Terry wasn't, and that's when he slipped and missed that penny to get that winner. But we won't go there. That's old, dude. But what we're talking now is, yeah, the structure is now, right? Where Chelsea did at Man City this season, where we are now is topical that Man City did knock us out the FA Cup to put us in the Conference League. No buts about what Man United fans could say about it. It was Man City did knock us out into the Conference League. But the thing is, if we go win this, I'll be happy, because this is another trophy that no one ever, other team, this is another competition just come through. Like Man United hasn't been in it yet, or hasn't won it. And if we go win it, we're the most successful club in England to done all 3 European heritage competition that Man United, Man City, Liverpool, or anyone hasn't done it.
Not something to be proud of. I mean, you are in the.
Oh, yes, it is. Of course it is. Of course it is.
West Ham won the Conference League.
Look, even Arsenal, look. Go on.
DJ, I mean Chelsea down. Why?
No, sorry, but what I'm trying to say is, but Arsenal fans would quiet, or Tottenham would be quiet to win this. It is something to be happy about.
Remember, we're having a discussion here, so when you speak a little bit, let somebody else speak. Okay, Dan.
Yeah, your competition is not really Tottenham. Are you going to compare yourself to Tottenham and West Ham and all those guys? You know, if the day you won 4 Champions League, then you talk to me. Then you will have more Champions League than United. You know, then you have a legitimate case of, you know, priding yourself over your European accomplishment.
You've only got 4 Champions League because you bought both of them.
We've got 3.
You bought them. You bought
Yeah, you can say whatever to make yourself feel good, but we have got more than yours.
But you bought the... No, sorry, Nee, but they bought the Premier League, then they bought the fee, because that referee who got sacked, came out actually official,
you know,
saying
Chelsea fans
that they did
not
buy
really
the
be talking about buying things. You know, your club literally exists because a rich Russian billionaire owner bought your club. You know, so you cannot be talking to me about buying things.
No, no, Scala, I'll jump in here. Scala, you can't say that. Scala, During the 80s and the 90s, Manchester United have all the money, and you know what? They were buying all the top English players
Facts.
in Europe, or even in England,
Facts.
because United
Who?
has the money. So I
Yeah, we
disagree
have
when
the
you
money
use
because we
that.
are good. Yeah, because we were good. We had an excellent.
No, you wasn't good.
No, you
session.
you were not good. You were not good until the money
You
came
wasn't
in.
good.
You
Yeah,
were not
thank
good.
you. Until when you got Alex Ferguson in. Until when you got the
No,
higher
not
owners.
really. Again,
Who's
see,
that?
you
Your
don't
current,
know
like,
United
the
history. You
Glazers.
don't know.
The Glazers,
You don't know
yeah.
about
Come
that.
on,
Houses.
Scala, we
Glazers-
watch it. We know the
We
history.
watch it. We do know the history.
No. You are
Well, you had
saying we
Eric
had money
Cantona.
in
You
the
had
80s.
Eric. You
That's
bought Eric
completely
Cantona.
false.
This
No, you
is
are
what I
saying
love
we had
about
money
these
in
Man
the
United
80s,
fans.
which is
This is
completely
what I love
false.
about. All right, no, you back in your day, yeah. My granddad yeah, was Man United, Chelsea, and he had a mate yeah who was a chairman for United, and he told me when Ali Yates, yeah, when I was young, yeah, you had no money. To when Alex Ferguson and the Glazers, yeah, was good mates with this owners who before the other owners came in, they had money. They had
There
money.
was money. You were buying
Money,
all
yeah.
the top
You
players
buy-
in England at that time.
We were buying because we
And
are
we
a top
won.
club.
We
you
were,
know?
and we,
It's
So
not
what
because
makes you
we
the
are
top club? What makes you the top club at that time? United were not that top of a club at
hang
that
on.
time.
We got relegated
No, they
in
wouldn't.
76, by the way. Okay. Then
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson took us over. Okay. Then he promoted the academy, the academy youth. Then he bought
Absolutely.
Brian Robson, who was the most expensive player at that time. Okay.
There you go.
With that one signing, by the way, okay, we won multiple Premier Leagues. We broke the Liverpool dominance, and then the whole class of '92 came along. It's not like we were spending limitless amount of money. We literally had an excellent academy system because of Fergie. Unlike you guys who literally existed in 2004 because of a Russian billionaire
Oh
taking over your club.
no! You
Oh,
can't
No
say
one
that.
cared about your club before
let's
2004.
not do that.
Who
Oh,
cared
let's
about
not do
Chelsea
this.
before-
Let's not do
Okay.
this. Let's not do this.
No.
This
Who
guy's
cared
trying to come
about
on.
Chelsea before
Let me
2004?
crush him now. Let me crush him now.
Yeah.
So,
Who?
Wait,
No, you tell me who cared about your club before
No,
2004?
you're not coming on the Chelsea space
Yeah.
and start with talk about Roman Abramovich because the thing
Who
is,
cared about your club before
no,
2004?
who can?
You answer me that.
The fuck off. Matthew Hart did.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
No,
Dan,
I'm not going on it.
Dan,
I'm
hold
not
on.
doing
No,
it.
I'll
I'm not doing
let
it.
you speak. Dan, I'll let you speak. Scala have said a bit, and he's asked the question. Scala, let's build up the point from where Chelsea used to be and how Chelsea won those European trophies, even without Abramovich.
Without
Abramovich.
Dan. Okay. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm
Dan,
coming
come
in.
in 60 seconds. I'll give Steven also
Yeah,
60
please,
seconds.
give me 60 seconds. Okay.
Go for it.
Because this guy's waffling so much crap with his Man United forwards, yeah, paying all the pensions, getting all the old pensions from back in the day, where since he was here, he bought Eric Cantona and all this lot. Before Roman, we had Matthew Harding, who's a billionaire who came in and helped Ken Bates and got us to like the Rue Gullis and the Dennis Wise. Dude, this guy does not know. It's this guy is waffling like a crap.
No, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Build your point. Build the point. Leave him alone.
I'm going to build my point. So before Roman, when it says save the bridge, people saying that they spent a pound. Roman spent a pound. You get your facts right. No, he didn't spend a pound, right? He actually spent 1 billion, of the scenario of something that we was in debt by a pound, right? Before Roman Abramovich, he was no way interested in buying Chelsea Football Club. He wanted Tottenham.
No,
and because
Dan,
Yeah,
move
I
away
don't
from
care
there.
about all
no,
that.
but I'm
Were
coming.
you relevant before
I'm coming.
2004?
You know that
Answer
I'm
me
coming.
that.
No, but I'm
Were
coming.
you relevant? Were you
No,
relevant before
because
2004?
you're telling me that if you went for Roman Abramovich,
100%.
come in.
100%.
No, it wasn't.
You would
Matthew
be
Harding.
an
No.
irrelevant club.
Right, move for me. Skylar, you're waffling, bro. You're waffling. You are it, because Matthew Harding. Matthew Harding.
No one care about Matthew Harding and all that nonsense.
No, listen.
Hold on. I'll come in. Let me silence everyone. Let's do this accordingly, healthy wise, so people that are listening could learn from some of Dan. You have a lot of point to build up here, but you yelling. Do not yell. Do not calm down.
So people
can understand what you're saying. Remember, you have a little bit of a speech problem over here. So the more you yell, people find it difficult to understand you. So calm down, build a point, and people can hear you. And hold on, Scala, you know where I stand. You know I'm a very, very neutral person. Whether it's wrong against Chelsea, I will say it. When it's right against Chelsea, I'll say it. To be honest with you,
What is right? Tell me. Yeah, what is right? My question simply is,
that's
when I
true.
was watching United,
Yeah.
I never cared about Chelsea because we were competing against Arsenal, okay, in the early 2000s, and then there were Liverpool before that. We never looked at Chelsea. You were an
Oh,
irrelevant club.
Chelsea.
wow.
You were an
See.
irrelevant
Wow.
club
This
who didn't
guy
win
is
That's
anything
different to
waffling.
the
before
whole
the
This
Russian
guy's
billionaire took
waffling.
over.
thing that you said.
What did you want? What did you win? What did you win? What did
Okay,
you
well,
win?
Super
Did you
Cup.
win the
Chelsea won a
treble?
Super
Super
Cup
Did
in
Cup.
the
you win
squad, bro.
anything
Super
before
Cup.
Roman came
We
in?
won the Premier League. We won the Premier League, mate. You're now waffling. Before the Premier League wasn't the Premier League, we was batting you like 6 or 7 nils with the Peter
Chelsea won the
Odgfield.
Super Cup in the
We
hands
won
of
the
what do you call it?
yeah.
Madrid, Real Madrid.
Well, yeah, well,
In,
Madrid.
I think
The
in
Well,
Super Cup
97
Winners'
or
Cup.
well, okay, right.
Cup
Can I
Winners'
just,
Cup.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, Cup, right, quite, Cup Winners' Cup against Real Madrid was the best team in the world. Where let's spank Man United, let's
Aston
spank
Villa have won a
Arsenal.
Aston
No,
Villa have won a
no,
cup
no,
Winners' Cup.
this guy's not good. This guy, you're waffling.
Nottingham
You're
Forest have
waffling.
won a cup Winners'
Yeah,
Cup.
but they
Where
got
are
more
they now?
trophies.
Did they?
But they got,
Were
yeah,
they
but they
all
got more
taken
trophies
over
than
by
you got.
Chelsea
They got.
2004.
I think you
So
refuse
why
to
is it now
acknowledge.
Villa and
You refuse to acknowledge that you were an irrelevant club before
Hold
Skylar, wait, look, listen, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Before,
Scala,
before,
let Dan build it up. When he gets to a place, I'll let Steven also come in with the trophy.
Yeah.
Dan, build up. You've already started already. Wherever you've got to, continue from there. Then Scala, I know Scala is not a United Chelsea fan. He might not know the history very well in terms of trophy that you've won.
You
Probably
have no
he got
history.
to
What
know.
history do you
He
have?
got to
You
know
were
more of a
an
Chelsea in the
irrelevant club
2000s.
before Roman took
but
over.
the
You
situation,
can
Man
tell me
United
that
back
you
in
won this and won all
Man
that.
United back in this
So did
day, yeah,
Nottingham
were
Forest and
nothing.
Aston Villa.
Man United.
Aston Villa have more Premier Leagues than you guys. Should I take them
You're
seriously?
waffling crap, man. They got more trophies than you, but you're waffling rubbish, man.
Yeah,
You're
they have won
talking.
more Premier Leagues than
No,
you.
they do
Should I
have
take
one
them?
more Premier League
Arsenal
than
have
me.
won more
No,
Premier
they
Leagues
don't.
than you.
See, this guy's waffling. He doesn't know nothing, man.
You
Look,
are waffling. You have
no,
no
right,
history.
right,
You have no history.
Knee.
You
Real Madrid,
Chelsea were an irrelevant
you
club
had
before Roman
nothing
took
back in the
over.
day. We used to be a bigger club than you back in the day. What you all about, mate? You were
Says
nothing.
who? Says who? Did you
Before
win the
you
treble?
got
Did
when
you
you
win the
got
treble? How many Champions
before
League?
you got millionaire owners,
Did you
before
win
you
the
got
Champions League?
millionaire,
Did you win
before
the
you,
Champions League? How many
I'll
Premier
tell you,
Leagues do you
yeah,
have?
well,
You won
because
nothing.
you
You
bought
won
players.
nothing.
You bought
Irrelevant club
players.
before
Right, you
2004.
bought players. You bought players, mate. You
You
bought
can
players.
cry all about
But yeah,
that,
I
but
don't
you
need
were
to
an
cry.
irrelevant
Because in
club.
the back
You
in
were
the
an
day, yeah,
irrelevant club.
back in that
You were an
day, you
irrelevant
was
club.
irrelevant.
Irrelevant club.
Irrelevant.
You
You
didn't
was
win anything
irrelevant.
before
You
2004.
was nothing.
You didn't
But
win
you're
anything
talking
before
about rubbish.
2004.
2000,
Completely irrelevant club. No
1996,
one cared about
1997, we
Chelsea.
won more than you,
No
bro.
one
What you
cared
on
about
about?
Chelsea.
Hey,
No one
just
cared
stop
about
this
your
guy
club.
down. No one ever cared
No
about Man
one
United
cared
back
about
in
your
your
club.
day.
No
No one
one
ever
cared
cared about your
about
club.
Chelsea. I
Your
wasn't
clubs.
looking at Chelsea and thinking, oh, they're going to win the Premier League before 2004.
Before 1996, 1997, yeah, Man United were irrelevant because soon after they took the millionaire.
We won the double in '92. What are you waffling
No, you
about? What are
didn't.
you waffling about?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
We did.
So you
Look at it.
no, you
What
didn't.
do you mean we
No, you
didn't? What do
didn't.
you mean we didn't?
No, you
were an
didn't. It was
irrelevant
Liverpool
club.
done it
You
that
were an
season, not
irrelevant
you.
club before
We could have won
2004.
it, yeah,
If
but
you
we
didn't
we
have
lost.
Roman,
Right,
you would have been the
I'll jump in.
championship.
Moderator jumps in right now. Let me control things. It's getting heated over here on Blue Clouds Media YouTube channel. GFC Gavin, thank you very much. Maya said that it's Chelsea's agenda. The haters. We won the Super Cup, the Prem, FA Cup, and blah blah blah. What are you sniffing? I think it's talking to Scala, a Manchester United fan. There's a debate here concerning what Chelsea were before the reign of Roman Abramovich and what are they now. Chelsea, to me, were a cup team during that time. Although Villa might have one cup a Premier League trophy ahead of Chelsea, but Chelsea were doing much more than that. Chelsea were winning in Europe, not just in the Premier League. They were winning in Europe. You know, you ask yourself, you say, where were Aston Villa? What is Nottingham Forest? They're still there. But among all these clubs that have won trophies in Europe, where do they stand right now in compared to where Chelsea
because
stands?
they don't have a Russian billionaire owner. You had. You know, that's the difference.
But you guys have the billionaire owner at that time, the 80s, the 90s. When United were buying all the players in Europe.
If Roman took over Leeds in 2004, you would not be in the Premier League. If Roman took Leeds in 2004, you would not, because Leeds are a bigger club than Chelsea.
Let's Steven.
Liverpool, Man City are all bigger than your club, but this guy's waffling, mate. Because I was looking at the private chat since 1969, to 2005. Man United was just an irrelevant. They weren't even actually evicted in 1980s, we were before invented in 1960s. These guys were invented by
You don't need to
1980.
talk about my club. Talk about your shit club. You are
Your
irrelevant.
club's crap.
You
Scala,
are irrelevant. You are
You've always been an irrelevant club. You've always been a small club.
You didn't exist. You didn't
This
exist
guy
before
was small.
2004.
Man United
You
was
did
small
not
back in
exist
the day.
before 2004. No one cares about Chelsea.
Just remove
I
it.
don't care
Put it
about your
backstage
club.
for me.
No. Dan and Scala, let's
I'm
chill.
not having you talking shit about my club.
Dan, hold on. No, we can't do that. Steven, build a point, and I'll let because those two guys are really heated up here.
What
Let's
I was gonna say, is
let's
the whole
bring a
thing
gap.
started because of Skylar mentioned about 2004, and no one cared about Chelsea before 2004. Yeah. And I think he also said, what had we won before? But as soon as we say what we won, Villa had won it, this team had won it, this team had won it, right? But the whole point was about 2004.
Yeah, that's
So
when
does
they
it
were
matter
good.
who else had won it,
That's when you
right?
became good. That's when
No.
you became good. That's when you became a global club. Because a
Scala,
Russian billionaire
let
parked
him
his Russian
land.
tank
Scala,
and
come on,
paid his
Scala.
money all
Scala,
over your
don't do
club.
that.
You
Scala,
need to
don't do
acknowledge
that.
that.
Scala, don't do that. Let him land. Okay, let him land. Come on,
No, all
Scala.
I'm saying is the whole thing was about the 2004 thing. Then as soon as we say what we won, because it was mentioned about what we won,
No,
it
I
was
am simply
this club
saying
won it, that
Chelsea
club won it,
became
this
super
club won it, that
relevant
club won it.
after
Like, the whole thing's
2004.
about 2004 and what we've done before
Yeah,
that.
that's when you became
Why do
relevant.
other clubs become relevant
You
in
became
that
a global
conversation?
club after 2004. You know, everyone took notice when you won the Premier League by conceding the least amount of goals. Is because of Roman spending all that money on you.
Okay,
You need
but
to
at the same
acknowledge that.
time, look at some of the
Maybe
names that
left
we
some
had
money.
before that.
No one
Look at
cares
some of
about
the names
Matthew
we
Harding,
had
first of
before
all.
that.
No one cares. No one knows about
Dude,
Matthew Harding
Matthew Harding
because
used
you're a
to
Chelsea fan.
your club up all the time,
We
mate. Your
don't care
club was
about we
nothing.
don't
Dan,
care
Your
about
club
Matthew
back in the
Harding.
day before that was
Unless you're
nothing. We used to spank you guys. We used to win the Super Cup.
2 seconds.
Well,
2
yeah.
seconds. Right? But you say no one cared, right? But look at some of the names we had. You had people like
Who?
Violi
Who?
that was known. You had people like Zola that was known. You had these names that were well-known players at Chelsea, right? These
So-
players that are big names, right?
So Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest
And we
had legends as well.
rejected Man
Nottingham
United.
Forest had Roy Keane.
Therefore, there's no small club.
Dan, let him talk so we can understand what he's saying. Okay.
Roy Keane was at Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa had Stuart Pearce and all those big name players. They had that whole Newcastle were a bigger team than you guys. You know, I'm just simply saying before 2004, you weren't that club when you became after that Russian.
Yes,
guy,
we was.
you know,
This
no
guy's
one cared
waffling.
about your shit club, man.
No
No
one
one
cared
cared
about your club. No one
cared about your
knew
shit
about
club.
your club. No one
No
knew
one
about
cared
when you
about your club.
when you
No
was a
one cared about
millionaire.
your club.
Once you was a millionaire,
No
bought
one
Eric
cared
Cantona
about
and
your
all
club.
these lot. Yeah, that's when you was big. Because if you didn't buy these players, you would be nothing. You were a small club. Liverpool, Chelsea, back in them days, were well known and more than Man United was. So you're waffling, mate. Yeah, because before that, yeah, Real Madrid was the best club in the world.
Only thing I know about your club was
Real Madrid.
you were rent boys. Your club was rent boys.
Your club was nothing, mate.
That's how I
You
knew
said
you. guys.
your club
Rent
was
boys.
like your club was
Rent
about
boys.
you also went, boy. Your club was like my finger on my
When
toe.
you talk about
Back
being-
in your
you
day,
being bigger
your
than us,
club was
yeah,
my
of
finger on my
course,
toe.
you're
See,
right. Yeah, boys.
let me jump in real quick. Thank you very much, guys.
I'm
This is-
trying to come in with something
hold
about
on.
history.
This is-
About history
it-
about Chelsea.
This is very entertaining. It's very entertaining. I love it. It brings more about the history of both clubs. I respect Man United. I respect Arsenal. I respect Premier League clubs. The likes of Nottingham Forest. I respect them a lot. I respect them. Leeds United. If you look at 1991, I think they even beat. They won the trophy in 1991. If I can remember on my table here, I'm looking at the Premier League table here from 1990 to present, and this one is in 1992, 1993, and it's Manchester United that won it. Aston Villa was second, Norwich City was third, and the Blackburn was there. Queens Park Rangers, Liverpool was sixth, Sheffield United was seventh, and Tottenham Hotspur were eighth. Man City 9th, Arsenal were 10th, and Chelsea was right behind underneath Arsenal. So that was in 1992, 1993. You get what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah,
And
facts.
clubs have gained momentum based on errors. era, this era, the 1990s, 2000, this club was there. In 1972, maybe Tottenham Hotspur or Aston Villa was dominating at that year. And when we moved from the 1980s, we moved to 90s, and it was Manchester United dominating. That's when you see the face of Arsenal also, and the likes of what's his name again? Arsenal manager.
Arsene Wenger.
Arsene Wenger came in and then changed the face of football. And it's not just the football alone, but in terms of diet, the way footballers should take care of themselves. He brought out in. So it is moment. It is, one era after the another. And Roman Abramovich also came in with a different style, and he wants to do it this way. After United have dominated, they make all their names. Liverpool, you can tell Liverpool is not in the scene anymore because they've done this in the past. They've done this in the 80s. They were winning and winning and winning in the 80s, in the 70s.
Man United, Liverpool bigger than Man United.
They were bigger than United.
They still are.
In the 70s, they were bigger than United.
No, they're still bigger than you. Still bigger.
But if Scala says that Chelsea, where no one cares about Chelsea, no one cares about Chelsea.
Yeah, no one did.
No one cared about Man United.
Hold on.
You are not a European giant. Were you a European giant?
Yeah, we were a big, massive club in Europe.
You are an irrelevant London club.
This is how embarrassing. This is also embarrassing. Man United had a manager. We didn't even have a manager, and we still smashed Real Madrid in a Super Cup final with the best club in the world, who Spain knocked out Man United.
In my lifetime,
this guy don't know nothing about Chelsea, mate. We used to be the biggest club back in the prime days.
Scala, I started supporting Chelsea in 1998, and before that, I remember Chelsea winning FA Cup before the reign of Abramovich. I remember seeing it. Yep. I remember lifting up the FA Cup. I remember
Wigan have won an FA Cup. Are you Wigan? Wigan have won an FA Cup. Are you comparing
we beat Man United. We beat Man United.
FC Porto have won a Champions League. Does it mean that you can compare yourself to FC Porto?
FC Porto are invisible.
Forget about.
Do you know FC Porto are invisible to the Champions League and the Portuguese? You're not.
Scala, today's I'm very, very surprised in your submissions today. I don't get it right.
I'm not surprised because for me, Chelsea were an irrelevant club before 2004.
You wasn't irrelevant more than us. You've always been irrelevant. You're a small club. You're nothing, mate. Back in your prime days, you might have been 2000 and 2001. You were nothing. We never heard it. So I tell you, since Alex Ferguson, you was nothing. You was like a little small on my feet on my TikTok.
We won the European Cup in 86.
And you're talking, I did it back in them days, FA Cup, Aston Villa. You're talking about this guy, this guy talking about this guy talking about Aston Villa, because they were bigger than Man United. Yeah, we did. We got 2 World Cup winners' cup. You've only got 1.
No one cares about the Club World Cup. No one cares about the Club World Cup. Did you win the European Cup?
Yes, we did. 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 Yes, we did.
Did you win the European Cup?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did win the European Cup. Yeah.
Then shut up. You are an irrelevant small cup.
You're the smallest club ever, Man United. You're not in a big club no more. You're a big club ever with Alex Ferguson. You had millions of dollars to spend big players like Eric Cantona. Yeah, you were irrelevant, Bob. But before that, embarrassing yourself and all, embarrassing yourself. When Mark Hughes, come on after that second half, in the FA Cup final, and he's got a hat-trick. And you know what? We used to win more trophies. You was offended in 1960, You're Man United, We was offended more than you was, You've always been irrelevant. No, you only came big because Alex Ferguson and his chairman and the Glazers. You did. You was a small club. You was a small club before us. You was a small club before us.
We were not big because of We were big before
1985. I was born in 1980. I was born in 1985 and I saw Man United.
I don't care when you were born, man. I don't care when you were born.
You were small, and until when Man United, Alex Ferguson, and the big days of million.
All right, I'll meet you guys for a second. Let's get what JC want to say to us. Scala, stay in there with us. Don't go anywhere. JC, welcome back to the show again, JC. I know when you jump in, something's really hitting you. You want to clear the air. Go for it, brother.
Nah, I just dropped in first of all to say hello. 8-0 was a fantastic win. I think I noticed a couple of things which was good. our set pieces were good, and mainly because of two reasons. Because physically we were stronger at the back. Noah was like very weak physically, and they were trying to go man for man, and like it was not very smart thing to do against like the Eiffel Towers we had. And the second thing which I noticed was that Enzo took all the corners, and they were spot on. Every kick was spot on,
Thank you,
and
brother.
that was
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Yeah, yeah. So I think man of the match was Felix, but Enzo, if had he played for full 90 minutes, we would have thought maybe. But then Felix was, I get the man of the match, and getting 8 goals. I mean, irrespective of whoever is the opposition, is really nice. And like the manager managing the players, like putting in more young people, so and not letting in the intensity, because the young players came in and they were also motivated to try to get something in the game, and keep up the heat. It was refreshing to see. And to be honest, like if you even if the
Brilliant.
opposition is
Thanks,
weak,
bro.
even if the opposition is weak, like if you are giving them easy time after going 4 up, it's disrespecting them. They should be like if you can score more, you score more. That's respecting them and giving them respect, and they need to fight, and they will become better after that. As for the debate which is going on, like it was very hard to understand because you guys are repeating. Look, I mean, this discussion can go on and on and on. History is very long, and sometimes one club is on the rise, another time another club is on the rise. At the moment, right in the moment, we have just come out of the of a 2 years of restructuring, and we are on the way up. And hopefully, let's hope United also start to move up. But I think United need to understand is like, although they have the money, and we also have the money, it's not easy. If you are going to go by bits and pieces and changing gradually, like Arsenal tried to do, then there will be a process of 8 years. They are literally all the time in a process. Trust the process. Our club, our owners were like in 2 years they changed everything, and it was like mad. Everybody was criticizing, but now it's starting to look okay. They were fast and quick, and I do not talk about history. I don't want to do that. Like everybody has bad times, everybody has good times, everybody has been relegated, everyone has won it. But the only thing I would say is like Manchester United, congratulations, you won the FA Cup. We won the Champions League. We won the so you have the latest. You are the closest who has won a cup. We are the closest to have won a Champions League and the Premier League. And right now we are no more mud brothers. If you look right now where we are, Scala, you should be a little bit concerned, because
We are not
if
brothers, man. We are.
if
I mean,
if
look.
if
No, no, you
if
cannot say we are brothers because United are not good. If you're talking about
okay,
present, we are
okay.
rubbish. I'll admit it.
Let
We
me
are rubbish
speak,
right now.
Scala. Let me speak.
Yeah,
Okay, you don't consider it. Okay, no problems, because there
yeah.
are millions and millions of fans of Manchester United, and
I genuinely think you are better than
I,
us at the moment
I
in
hope
everything.
somebody will be
So you
with
cannot
that.
compare yourself to us because we are not good
I am
at the
just
moment. We are not
saying.
good.
No, I cannot compare. You are closer to the relegation battle
Yeah,
than
we are
us.
rubbish. We
How
are
can I
rubbish.
compare yourself? We
Yeah.
are top four. You are near the
No,
relegation
you are
zone.
saying we are brothers. That's why I'm saying.
You should be worried about the relegation.
Then
You
why
are
you
closer
said
to
we are
the
brothers?
relegation than we
No,
are
he's
closer
just trying to
to.
tell you the state of the teams right now. Both are trying to rebuild. That's why he's trying to be a brother. At least he's trying to give you some
Yeah,
what I say
yeah.
he's
Some
building your
it's a
team. He's building your
process.
team, yeah, in a certain
Yes,
way.
it's
That's
a
why he said
process.
Chelsea and
Sometimes
Relegation
United.
battle, Man
Uh,
United.
what
yeah.
I did, like what my ancestors did, like what my great grandfathers did. I'm not going to eat food because of that. It matters is what we are right now. We are.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, it doesn't
So,
matter what
You know,
we were
yeah,
before.
thank
What
you
we
very
are
much.
is still
Thank
important.
you very much, JC. Dextro HH is a Chelsea small club, not even a bigger than Arsenal. Oh, come on, Dextro. Why you? I don't know why Arsenal fans are even talking about a bigger club. The smaller club have won 2 Champions League trophy in a row, won two
Me,
Europa trophy, and then Arsenal fans are here waffling on my platform. Dextro, you my brother.
It's
Stop
okay,
doing
bro.
that. Don't get
It's
involved.
okay because whenever Arsenal lose or get knocked out of a competition, they got bigger fish to fry,
Oh,
being the
okay.
Premier League. Then
I got no
they
European. I got no European heritage. I don't know how I can
Let's show it's a United fan. No, that's
See,
not.
you know
No.
me, yeah. I
No, I
banter
just want
people,
to-
but I respect people who are respectful, right?
Stefan,
Yeah.
To
Stefan,
Dexter,
let
one
me-
more
let me
say,
ask
just
now.
quickly
Let
to
me
Dexter, yeah.
ask.
Talk to me when you got 2 European Cups.
Hold on, JC, in a second.
Actually,
Hold on,
talk
Yeah,
to
JC.
me when you got 1. I'll tell
I
you come
just
back.
No, we have 4
wanted to
Europeans. We have 4
encourage-
Europeans.
I wanted to encourage Scala to continue our discussion, which I started, and I really want to hear him as an interest area because your club is going through a difficult phase in a sense, like you are restructuring and you are trying to come back. And how do you see the way things are going, and how you have a new manager coming in, Amorim? Are you excited about that? So tell us about what's going on and how do you feel optimist and
Gonna
what
ruin
things,
him.
and how do you see the club being rebuilt, the team being rebuilt, and how do you see what do you in your opinion how do you see the club should be going now? Your club, I mean.
I mean, in terms of the direction, how do you see the club going now?
I think we are just following the most of the clubs which are doing that. We have appointed a head coach. We are not appointed a manager, so he will not be having a big say in the recruitment. So the club will be doing most of the recruitments. If you're seeing at Chelsea, they are buying players irrespective of what the manager choices are. You know, it's not like Maresca or any one of the previous managers, especially when Todd Bowley took over. It's more of head coach thing. So that's what we are approaching. We are trying to do as well. Because what happens is if you don't do that, the manager buys his own players, and when the next manager comes in, we have to remove his players, so which is not good. So if you look at Ugarte and Xerxes, we didn't buy. Ten Hag didn't want him. You know, Ten Hag wanted to keep McTominay, but obviously Xerxes, we paid the release clause, a bit over the release clause, and then we negotiated Ugarte. He didn't want either of the players. So I'm seeing a general direction where football is moving in, where most of the clubs will be appointing head coaches than the managers. So I think that's a positive for us. And when you talk about Ruben Amorim, I think he is coming with a fixated style of play of a back three. And right now we do have defenders to play a back three, but I don't think we have the wing backs or the forwards to play his system. I think that's where we'll struggle. I think we need new wing backs. I think that's a big area of interest for us. And I think certain players like Rashford, I think their future is in doubt because he is not a number 9 and he certainly can't play a wing back. So, you know, stuff like that.
And the back three is more like Juventus, Inter Milan back three, or is it more like Manchester?
Yeah, so he
Manchester
plays like a
City,
back three with
Chelsea,
two flying wing backs.
with the
His
inverting.
comes, no, not inverting, like more like overlap. He doesn't do inverting things. If you watch the Man City game,
Yeah.
all his wing backs are like overlapping. So we don't so we need quick up and down wing backs. That's the first priority. That's why I mentioned Rashford because his place is in jeopardy because he's not a number 9. He cannot play number 9 and he cannot play wing back. So where does he fit? And also Ruben Amorim, he plays with a fixated double pivot. You know, he plays like an 8 and a 6.
Yeah,
He
something
doesn't
like
play a 10.
Conte, you can say. Conte used to do this also.
Yeah. I mean, I think you played with Matic and Conte, something like that. I don't remember what you did in
Yeah, we used
2016,
to
but I
have
do
double
remember
pivot and
Matic was
then
there.
three.
Yeah, Matic and Fabregas, wasn't it? Like Matic and Fabregas.
Yeah, but Fabregas was really fighting for his place all the time, and he was proving himself. But
Oh,
normally it
okay.
used to be Kante and Matic most likely.
Yeah, so he is going to play with Ugarte definitely because he was at Sporting, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
Like either it's going to be Bruno or Casemiro.
You
So
certainly have Mason Mount, like who knows this system.
yeah, we
So-
don't consider Mason Mount as a United player at all because that guy has been injured
But
for
he has
most of the
played
time.
in back three, huh? He has played well in back three actually.
Scala, Scala, look at the screen. 2005, 2006, Chelsea won the Premier League. Man United placed second. Liverpool third.
Yeah,
Arsenal fourth.
that's my whole point. You know, you won the Premier League with conceding the least amount of goals, and then you parked your Russian tank, and the whole
No,
atmosphere
this
of
was
the Premier League.
2005. This was 2005, 2006. It's not 2000. It was before Abramovich.
I said 2004. I didn't say 2000. I said 2004. That's when Roman took over, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you said Chelsea became a bigger team after when Roman Abramovich came in, and I said Chelsea were a bigger team before the reign of Roman Abramovich. Before Abramovich came in, Chelsea were
was a
winning
top
Premier
14.
League.
Chelsea was a top 14. You can say
Yeah,
that.
No, but that's my thing. Like we never looked at Chelsea like a Premier League contention side because if you
But
remember
that's
that
that's
time,
that's that's personal opinions. That's
yeah,
let's not go into
were
that.
you challenging
I
for the
mean,
Premier
you are
League? Because what I
generalizing
remember
like
is the
United
only
didn't
team
look
which
at
was
it like
competing
that,
with
or
us was
you don't look
Arsenal.
at it. But
Yeah,
we tend to, let's keep the discussion to the facts. And like we were having a very good discussion about United and your team and rebuild. I'm really excited for that. And it's an interesting way now United is moving. Is like there will be no manager, but that leaves out some follow up questions for me, because you have a big squad which was assembled by Eric Ten Hag, and a lot of those players don't fit into the system. So you are anticipating a total overhaul of the squad, is it?
yeah.
As,
I think couple of players do fit in. I think players like Delict and Martinez and these guys, Lenny Oro. I think I'm satisfied with the defense and the back and the goalkeeper. I think that Amarim has like a base to work from. My big concern is with the fullbacks. I think that's where he'll struggle because Delo, he has been used in every kind of position, and I'm not convinced with him. And then we don't really have a left back.
can we
So
can we can we put like the players like in your if you would have a starting 11, which players do you see with the future? So you say goalkeeper Delict is there,
yeah, I
then
think Delic, Martinez, and Euro that they will and Onana. I think they'll form the back four,
yeah, yeah,
the three
four
defenders and
players.
one.
That's four players
Yeah, three
basically.
and plus one goalkeeper,
Yeah.
and then we'll see because Delo, I haven't seen him like a back. I don't see him like a wing back. I don't know. I'm not convinced with him. So I'm going to leave the wing back position open because we don't have a left back. But I'll put Mazrui in because he's literally been our player of the season, so he can probably play right wing back.
Yeah.
And then for left wing back, we need to buy someone. We have been linked with Alfonso Davies, so we'll see.
So not
Can he
convincing,
play?
like you can say, you don't have convincing wing back. What about
Yeah, I'm not
midfielders and
convinced.
attackers?
Yeah, I'm not anything. See, he's put that 3-4-3. I'm not convinced anyone from after that three. You know, the 4 and 3. I'm not convinced
Basically, out
because
of 25, you have three players. You have to have an overhaul of 22 players. That's a big challenge.
yeah, I mean,
I've
it's
said
not
it.
like a complete
At least
overhaul.
10
We do
players.
have players, but it's just that my personal opinion. I feel like when you look at the midfield, he plays like a two fixed midfielders,
Yeah.
and we don't have like an elite level of them. Like if you play, if you play Ugarte and Bruno,
Yeah.
it's not like I don't know. I feel like it lacks a lot of.
Just in 11th club now, mate. That's what you are.
It's not good
Are
enough.
you
Yeah,
are,
it's
are
not
you
good.
concerned? Are you concerned?
Yeah,
Because
I
right
am
now
concerned.
a
That's why I'm
quarter of the
saying.
season has gone, and you
Yeah,
are in 14th.
that's the challenge. That's the challenge for Amarin. He literally said after beating Man City that don't expect me
15th in the
to play
European
like
Cup
this
and all.
for United.
Yeah. So for this season, what would be your
Yeah,
expectation?
I think we are not going to get top four. I think that's pretty much obvious. So we have to win the Europa League. That's where all our we have to put all our eggs in that basket. I think Europa League has to be a priority because we cannot afford to miss another league, another Champions League. We already missed this one.
Mhm.
We are going to lose that Adidas money, so we
Yeah.
cannot afford that. So
Are
we
you
have to get in the
concerned
Champions
that the
League.
manager is joining mid-season, which is going bad, and not from the start of like a new season?
Yeah, that's a bit surprise because if you wanted Amarin, because we were not linked with any other managers after Ten Hag got sacked. You know, all this linked with Tuchel and
No, you were.
Southgate.
You had this Ragnick.
Yeah,
Ragnick was supposed to do like 6 months job, but that 6 months job went so
no,
bad that
Ragnick was
he was
after Ole.
fired after that.
No. Ragnick was after Ole. So Ragnick is not in the picture. He manages Austria now. So I think you're
Yeah,
getting
but like he
confused.
was like 6 months, and that was a bad idea, they say, because like he came in the
Yeah,
middle,
but
and that's
by that time, Ineos didn't take over. We were still
yeah,
under
yeah.
the Glazers, so you
Ah,
cannot.
so okay, so you have expectations that Ineos will
Yeah,
be.
this is Ineos is mad. They wanted Ruben Amorim. You know, they paid
Yeah,
for his whole staff, and they didn't go for any other manager. You know, they didn't go for Tuchel, they didn't go for Southgate or any other free manager. So this was their first choice. So this is their man. You
do
know,
you
their
Thank
think?
you
first.
very
Okay,
much.
one
Thank you
final
very much,
question.
guys.
I will give one final question. In
Okay.
the wildest of wild dreams, normally they say is like if the season is going really bad, you don't change
Yeah.
manager in January or somewhere like this, because it might work, but it might go like the pear shape as well.
Very bad.
Isn't
Yes.
there a risk that you might enter into a phase where you will be then fighting to avoid the getting into a relegation battle?
I don't think we'll be in the relegation. I think that's a bit too far-fetched. I think what do you expect us to do? Keep Ten
That's
Hag
true.
and be relegated? Because
No, I don't
look at
expect that. You
yeah.
have
So
good
we had
players.
to sack Ten Hag. We had to sack him. So we cannot
But
give the job to Root. We already did that mistake under Oli. So we had to appoint a new manager,
Scala,
and
if you
Amorim
listen
was
to
the first choice.
what JC is saying, because look how long it took Chelsea and trying to learn how to play out from the back. They were making so many mistakes. Now Amaro need almost about
I
5
hear
games
him.
or 6 games to be
Yeah,
able to
Yeah,
let
but
his
we need
team
to start
understand the
we
style
somewhere.
of
we
play by
we
playing
We
out
dropped
from
have
the
to
back.
from
start somewhere.
we dropped from like top 3, top 4 to something
Yeah.
like 12th, 14th when this change started. They are
Right.
starting when they are 14th. That's what my concern is.
So
And in
where
the
do we
middle of the
start?
season, they are
Yeah,
changing
where do
something.
we start? Because we already sacked Ten Hag. What do
That's
you?
facts, mate. You're talking facts,
Yeah, what do you
boy.
expect us to do?
Yeah,
Wait for keep letting Ten Hag to take us from 14 to 18. I mean,
I
we had
can't
to
hear
start
Nick. Can you
somewhere.
hear me, JC?
How I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear
yeah,
me?
Now I
yeah,
can. Before I couldn't. Now I can.
yeah. We can hear you, Dan.
Now we can hear you,
I
Dan.
can't.
Now we cannot hear you again. But Scala, interesting times. I think. I hope like you guys do well.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we'll
but but
see.
change is always
Yeah, I am
challenging.
skeptical, but we'll see.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so thank you guys. Thank you very much. It's been very, very interesting debate,
Ask you to send me
interesting
another
stream
link. I
today. Big
can't
up
hear
to you,
him. Can't
Chelsea.
hear him.
You can hear me? I can hear you, Dan. We can hear you very well. My interest, like I said, interesting time, interesting debate, and interesting people, wonderful people here. Thank you very much, JC. Thank you very much, Scala, as usual. Maya said Ruben will change the United team. Would like to see how he would implement the back three philosophy in the Prem. Also big up to Chelsea's section. Tyrone, big up to man like Tyrone. Maya said 3-4-3. Yeah, they have to play from the
Me,
back.
me.
That'll be a
Sorry,
disaster for them for a while. But the last
me.
question I want to ask Scala is Scala,
No, no,
in
I will
your
also have a question. Very, very, very important question afterwards.
all right,
Afterwards.
in a second. Scala, in your opinion, Chelsea and Manchester United, who has a chance of winning the Premier League first? Scala.
Oh, uh, I think if you look at the current situation, I think you guys, especially when I look at your squad and your bench, most of your bench players will start in our first 11. So we have a long, long way to catch up. Even if you look at the table, the table doesn't lie. You guys, how much time did it took? Like literally, like 2 years, and you're competing. You're solidified yourself in the top four, and you're probably if you beat Arsenal this week, you will be literally be challenging for the Premier League. You cannot deny that. You beat Arsenal, who are supposed to be, winning the Premier League after 3 years, and
No,
if you
no,
beat
no,
them
no.
this
Let's
week,
not
you will
go
be
there
competing.
because we are still. Our manager is still experimenting. Every game you see tweaks,
But you are quite
which is
high in the
normal.
table. I'm not saying you should be challenging, but you are almost like ahead of the plan.
Yeah,
So
This
you
he's
this this
built
cannot.
a
manager this
foundation. You
manager
can
this,
say that. Yeah,
this
yeah. A
manager's not ten.
foundation has
This
been built.
manager's not Ten Hag. This manager's not Ten
Yeah,
Hag. All right.
yeah.
I
My
did not say
question.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm literally
Skala, my
praising you.
question was, you did mention like now United is going in a direction where you will have coaches. So
Yeah.
we also had this kind of setup now, and we also changed to that. But then when we see the managers we fired in this process, like or the coaches, and we brought in new ones, all of them were playing the back three, but with the inverting roles. But your Ineos has brought in with the back three with wing backs, which is more like Antonio Conte or like Inter Milan or more like Juventus. Do you see this being cemented as United style if you have a coach who is going to start this system? So is the Manchester United hierarchy now thinking, okay, yeah, let's play like this kind of football? This was never United football.
Yeah, I can understand that because there is a lot of people who don't want to see a back three because it's not the United way. We always played a back four, but I don't really care about that. I want to see a style of play being implemented, whether it's a back three or a back four. For me, that's more important.
But this is
I'm not like a
defensive, no? Boring,
traditionalist.
boring.
No, it's not really boring. You can play very attacking even if you have a back three. It's just how you implement the system and who you put in that role. So it's not really a concern for me if we play a back three. And I want a manager or a coach with a clear identity. This is how I'm going to play. If we look at Ange Postecoglou, yeah, they're not going to win anything this season or ever. But at least he has a clear style of play. This is how I'm going to play. I'm going to leave just Romero and Van der Ven on the halfway line while everyone is going to go ultra attacking. At least it's the style of play where all the fans would buy into. That's what I want to do. Whatever the system is, I just want to see a style of play being implemented so I can, buy into that. Like, this is how we are going to play. And what happens that if players are not good enough to buy into that style of play, we can kick them out. That's how all top clubs operate.
Yeah.
So,
My question was a little bit touching not the players or how will it work. What my question is: has Manchester United chosen now? This is the style of play you want to play.
yeah,
This
I
is
don't
really
think
like defensive back three, park the bus, hit on the counter.
no. I don't think we have chosen a style of play. I think we have chosen a manager who has a style of play. I don't think Jason Wilcox, Dan Ashworth,
Yeah,
and
but you
Chris.
just said like you hired a coach, not a manager.
Yeah, we have hired a coach, and that's his position. He will not be involved in the recruitment completely. That's his. He won't have any veto in that. But it's not like, as I mentioned, Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, and all these guys have sit in a boardroom and said that, yeah, United are going to play a back three. I don't think they did that. They have appointed a manager who they think that can bring a new style of play and a change in culture. That's what they have appointed him
Yeah,
for.
but new can be anything. New can be good. New can be bad. New can be
Yeah, but
defensive.
that's
New
with
can
every
be
signing and with every
attacking.
appointment. Yeah, you have spent
I do hope
105
they had
million
a
on
meeting and
Enzo.
they
Look
discussed the
at him, what
style of
he's
play
doing
with. They're
now.
not just going for the name. I hope so.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, yeah, we are not going for a name. As I said, like that could happen with any signing. You have spent 105 on Enzo. He's on the bench. He
No,
was
he's not.
supposed to be
He's
your
not. He's
captain in
not.
the beginning of the season.
No, I will
So
explain you. Enzo rule. Actually, on previous
Enzo is
stream,
not on
I
the bench.
explained.
They're just
Enzo,
experimenting. They're still experimenting
yeah.
how to
Enzo has
get
a
the
very
balance
specific
right.
role.
you think he can take out Lavia from that midfield because Caicedo is
Yeah,
going to start every game.
yeah,
You think he's
absolutely.
better than Lavia?
Yes, absolutely. In certain things, Xavi is better. In other things, Enzo is better.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
even
your
Lavia,
manager
we're
doesn't
not
think
so
so.
sure how fit he can be for the whole
Your
entire season.
manager doesn't think so. That's why I watched his press
No,
conference today. He said that
no.
I cannot play him in the Premier League.
No, it's not like that. It's not like
He
that.
said that. That's your manager's words. He said that Enzo is a
See,
good
it
player.
depends on what kind of play you are playing and what is the strategy for the day.
Steven,
Yeah,
you see what
that's
I
your
what I
opinion.
told
Can I
you
come in
about?
quick? Wait, can I quickly come in? Well,
Yeah,
the
make it
situation.
snap, guys. Let's wrap it up. We got we got just 2 minutes so we can wrap it up. Tomorrow we'll come back again. Scala,
Please, can I come?
you
Can I come in
made
this
today's
one quick?
stream very, very interesting and intriguing. Thank you very much, brother.
Can I come in quickly? Can you hear
Yeah,
me? Yeah.
go for it. Go for it.
Right, Scarlett. Yeah. You talk about Enzo Fernandez, like the manager saying about his potential not being good, not going to get in pitch in the first team. The situation with the balance of the squad for a minute, Lavia's just come back from injury, yeah, from last season. And we all knew that Lavia was going to be first picked anyway. With Enzo with his crisis, yeah, he had like a Asperger's, like what I've got, and had an operation. So since his operation, he hasn't been really covered from his stomach where he had the problem. That's why they're building him into the B team just to get him warmed up. Honestly, too, I don't rate Enzo Fernandez. I've never had, but is there potential player in him? I can see that there is, yeah. But it just depends how the system works with Enzo Maresca. If Enzo can't fit in his system, right, he won't get like first minutes with Lavia and Caicedo, because with Lavia and Caicedo in that pivot in that midfield, it's outstanding for me. They're both working together. With Caicedo and Enzo, they haven't been adapting as a team together in that CDM, because Enzo's not really a CDM. He's a centre mid. What can you do to a 4-2-3-1 where we don't play the 4-3-3? If we play the 4-3 with Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia in that pivot, we'll see a better platform with Enzo where he's best at. But because for a minute we played a 4-2-3-1, the balance of it there that Enzo hasn't had the criteria to perform well in that system, what we saw in the 4-3-3. So no matter what, no matter if he's a 105 million player, we got a World Cup, and whatever cup in his name. Where Man United players haven't even got that.
Copa
Apart
America
from
Cup
Martinez.
winner.
Yeah. Apart from Martinez, is in the Man United squad that has been crap this season. So you're 14th in the league with -3, and also you're 15th in the UEFA European.
That has no relation to what I said. You can
Yeah,
say you can try to belittle my player. That
No,
makes no difference.
Dan, let's stay away from the banter. Let's try and wrap up. Let's stay away from the
that's
banter.
irrelevant
Because
point.
he's gonna rise me.
but it's all about Enzo. But what I'm trying to say with Enzo Fernandez, even
No,
though
I said no. That was not my point. He said that he could flop. I said that that could literally with any signing. It could flop and it could.
Every signing is a gamble. Every signing is a
signing
gamble.
that has the possibility of flopping and being good. Yeah, I didn't say anything bad about Enzo. I actually like him.
No, I'm not saying you said something bad.
I'm not trying to belittle your player.
No, but what I'm saying is, look, I agree with what you're saying, Skyliner, yeah? Look at that player, right, who played for Man City, they spent so much money on him, right, on Leroy Sané. He ended up being the flop for Man City, and then look what he's doing at Bayern Munich. Players do that. But look who Alvaro Morata. Look how much he was scoring goals for Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. He comes to Chelsea, he was a flop, and then he went back and he went to Juventus, started scoring goals. Players do that. The thing is in the Premier League, players don't adapt to the Premier League. Like they're homesick. Some of them do get homesick.
That's not my point.
Then I disagree with that.
Something
Actually,
else. My simple thing is that Enzo was your captain in the first few games. Now he's holding bench and he's nowhere near the first team. Don't you find that weird? And you're winning, by the way. I'm not saying he improved your team suddenly because you are actually very good with Lavia and Caicedo. My simple point is that do you think that Enzo has a future at your club? Because
I replied to you, and let me reply to you.
That's my point.
It's getting sold.
Let me answer.
No, Dan, you don't know. You don't know. He's not going anywhere. Enzo Fernandez is not going anywhere. That's a lie.
Yeah, and let me answer.
Let's see your guarantee be sold.
Dan, let me answer that question. Yeah, Enzo definitely has a future at Chelsea. And when we play, if you look at our games, we are normally playing 3-5. When you put Lavia and Caicedo together, then those two are playing as pivot because Lavia has a tendency of not going forward and he's not very forward passing player. And Caicedo has been our insurance and cover. So when we are playing with these two, normally when we are attacking, you will see these two, Lavia and Caicedo, sitting on top of the low block of the opposition and the others trying to open up the play. And when the defending team gets the ball, they try to quick counter, but these two act like Robocops. They just kill any counter attack, take the ball back and maintain the pressure up. In that sense, Lavia and Caicedo, fantastic. If you look at the Enzo role, when Enzo is playing, Enzo is attracting pressure, but he is moving forward balls. That is more risk taking, and those forward balls, they will not like they are not like defensive passes, so they will have a tendency of having less accuracy. But he's opening up the play. He's making and he's opening up the spaces for Palmer. If you look at the statistics, if you like to look at statistics, we score more goals when Enzo is playing, although he has got less GAs. But when he is playing, Palmer is more effective because he is taking the bunch of the pressure and he is quickly rotating the ball, changing the flanks. And in that sense, Enzo is excellent.
Like he did yesterday.
He does not look good to the eye, maybe, but a guy who's reading the game more regularly, watching it, he can see his value. And Maresca sees that. So it depends on what type of our strategy is for the game. If we are playing for somebody who is like a basketball game where we know that we will not be playing against a low block, maybe Lavia plays a different role and Enzo plays a different role. But we are not a single dimensional team. And that's why I also said this season we are experimenting. And you will see these changes happening. You even saw Reece James playing left back, huh? And why was Reece James playing left back? Because Reece James was crossing balls over the top. Because when Enzo is not playing, we need that type of ball. So we put in Reece James, and Reece James is also being protected because he's coming back from a bad injury. So they don't want to push him straight away, wing back, up, down, up, down, up, down. And don't be surprised if you see Reece James sometimes at the center back, and suddenly we have such a solid center back pairing of Colwell and Reece James, and we are not conceding any goals. So we
I will
are a
not be
young
concerned
team.
about that. I
We
think
are
that's
a
a
young team.
rubbish centre back pairing. I will not be
No,
concerned by
it's
that.
not
I
rubbish.
anyways don't rate your defense
See,
like that.
Scala, I'll tell you one thing. Football, there is nothing, as people on stream sometimes say, either one is excellent,
I
world
think you'll
class,
get
or
hammered if you put Reece
let
James
me
and
now,
Colwell at centre back.
hear
I
me
think you
out.
are just
Hear me out.
overestimating
I know
your
it
Reece
is
James'
difficult,
ability.
but hear me out.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
difficult, but hear me
that's
out.
just fantasy. I
There
think that's
is
just fantasy.
you
It won't
mentioned a word. Hear me
yeah.
out. You mentioned a word. Our center
You're
backs are
talking
rubbish.
truth.
They are
He's
not
talking the
rubbish.
truth.
They
He's
are
talking the
they
truth.
are playing according to a team plan. It's a team sport. There was same kind of comments also said about Rudiger, about Christensen,
Yeah, but they are actual centre backs. They are actual centre backs.
we
Reece
changed
James
the
is not a
system.
centre back.
Listen, if you will not listen, you will not understand the point. So please,
No,
I will
I
listen to
understand your
you.
point. What I'm saying is that
So,
you're
okay, very good. But
overestimating
we are
Reece
a
James'
stream, so let
ability.
the other
You
people
think that
also
Reece
listen
James
here.
at
No?
centre back is better than an
Very
actual
good that
centre
you have
back.
understood, but let the listeners also understand.
Yeah, I don't think that's
And
gonna work.
so don't interrupt, please. So the thing is, Enzo is not bad. Our center back pairing is not bad. It's a team sport. We are playing according to a plan. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. We have a good foundation. There has been an improvement this season. We are not going to be perfect this season, and there will be experiment. And I'm happy that my manager is trying different things because now the pressure is not there. After this season, maybe the pressure will be more. Once he has done the top four, right now he's saying, okay, we are ahead of our plan. So once
Yeah,
we
you are.
improve more and more and more, the pressure will be more and more and more. So right now is the time to try different things, and he's doing that. And in that phase, some players will be holding bench, some players will for some games because of the experiment. It does not make players rubbish. It definitely does not make players rubbish.
No, I mean you talk about experiment. This is his first
Well said.
season. I think after spending the money you have spent, I expect the manager to implement at least a visible style of play. You know,
There is a
and that does
visible
not
style of
involve
play.
playing Reece James as centre back or I'll be very honest. I think Enzo Fernandez. I think he's a decent player, but I don't think he's as you are rating him so highly. I don't think he's that. I literally feel like Lavia. There is nothing which Lavia can't do, which Enzo can. Because I've watched Lavia at Southampton. He literally destroyed us at Old Trafford. I was expecting so much of him against our game when he was playing the last week. I feel Enzo, you bought him up for a good World Cup, literally 4 months or whatever, like 2 month World Cup. While this guy Lavia, he's a Premier League proven player. I think he's your future. I think Enzo will be moving out in another season, and we'll see what happens. I think you are just overestimating his ability. This
No,
guy,
I'm not
No,
going
no,
you are
no,
not surprised.
no,
You are not surprised that this guy was supposed to be your
Scala,
captain and he's holding the
Scala,
bench.
Did you watch Enzo Fernandez in the Copa America that just took
Yeah,
place in
yeah,
America?
yeah. I watched the Copa America. I watched the World Cup. I mean,
Did you watch
McTominay is
all
good
his
for
games, or
Scotland.
you watch
Did you watch
glimpses of him?
McTominay is
You were
good for
highlight.
Scotland. So should he be
He's a
playing
good
for us?
player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
McTominay is good for Scotland. So should he
I'll
be
tell
playing for
you.
top
I'll
club?
tell you, Scala, one thing.
Yeah,
This
I'll tell you
guy.
one thing.
yeah.
Say if I am a player and my manager says my role for tomorrow's game will be to wet the towels in the water, take it to Sanchez, and rinse him on him so that he cools down, and then I come back and I do that again. And if that helps the team win the game, I'm doing a good job. Maybe the eye test says I am rubbish, but it's a team sport.
Yeah, I'm not
In
paying
the team,
105 million
Enzo,
for
right
giving
now,
the towels
believe
to
Oh,
me,
Sanchez.
and believe me,
Yeah, in your
JC,
listen,
ideal
give me a
world,
sec.
that
let
works.
me,
Wait,
let
In your
me,
ideal world, that works.
listen,
But we
that
are not
should
paying
have,
let me just say one
105
thing. Let
million
me
for
just say
that.
one thing. Right,
it's
Skylar,
a
Skylar.
team sport, and
It's
Enzo
a
is
team
doing
sport.
fantastic. He's not going anywhere.
No, I'm not
Give me a
denying
sec.
that. I'm not saying he's a rubbish player. I don't
Yo,
mean
Nick,
that.
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Right.
Yeah, we can hear you, Dan.
Yeah,
We
okay,
can hear you.
okay, Skylar, right.
It's just that the guys won't let you talk because you're always talking over them. Now
it's not.
they've got a
It's not.
strategy.
You don't let me finish there. So my point is, Enzo is doing a job which might not be good to the eye. But believe me, he's doing an excellent job.
Dan, breakthrough.
Oh God!
Dan, breakthrough. We can hear you.
I'm not sticking up for. I totally disagree on JC what was saying about Enzo. Skylar, I agree with some of it you're saying, but I totally disagree what you're saying. Right?
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
Right,
It's fine. We can have different opinions, but that's fine.
No. But we're saying you can have opinions. You can have your opinions, yeah. But your opinions, some of it are right about Enzo. Some of it is such as like.
So why you don't rate Enzo? I want to hear from you. What is your issue with Enzo Fernandez? Because you are a Chelsea fan, so it would be much.
Then don't come with individual qualities. It's a team sport, man.
JC, yeah. Look, listen.
Guys, let me say this. Guys, I have a PT. I have PT to attend to. Dan, I'm gonna let you come in. I got PT to attend to. So let's make it snappy. Dan, finish it. You got 60 seconds. I'm timing you. I'm timing.
Give me 60 seconds. You can give me 1 minute and 20. Right, for this one, because he's gonna go around the
And he's got an appointment.
Make
it snappy.
I know you got a appointment, but I'm just saying it's going around in circles with JC and Skylar. What with Enzo Fernandez that season, yeah, when we bought him, right, we thought there was going to be a structure in that style of play with Pochettino or Graham Potter when he came in. That's when we bought
Time
Enzo.
is running, Dan.
But the situation is with Enzo Fernandez for a minute, yeah, it's not good enough in the style of what Chelsea sisters playing. If like I said before, if Enzo could get like the 4-1-4-1 against the UEFA final last night against Noah, in that midfield, what he was doing, it was outstanding because that was like a Argentinian place where he played in that centre mid for Argentina. Where it comes with Enzo Fernandez on the ball and the structure, there's glints of him being good with stuff, but there's some of it he's not. I'm not saying he's not good enough for Chelsea, but in a system what at the Chelsea Football Club is now, his criteria is not good enough in the system. If any day Enzo Maresca might bring a better player out of Enzo if he changed the formation where Enzo Fernandez could fit, because in a CDM in a 4-2-3-1 does not work in that pivot of Enzo Fernandez. So
why should we change a successful system for just?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dan. Maya, thank you very much for your comment. He says Enzo Fernandez plays in a different role in Argentina than he does at Chelsea, and that's what JC is trying to say.
Yeah, that's what
Maya, it's the same thing when you guys brought in Ugarte to cover and help with what is it?
Casemiro. We don't have
everyone
a system
says
right now. That's a very unfair comparison. Chelsea actually have a style of player at the moment. We don't have one, so it's very unfair to compare Ugarte, what he's doing at Uruguay, and what he's doing.
Subtle changes which Maresca makes, and those subtle changes.
No, I get. So I'm not saying Enzo is rubbish.
All right.
My point is that why should Maresca change his whole style of play if it's working just for one player?
Yeah, because it's not like robots, man. It's not like you put 4 pieces on the chessboard and they have to be there only. There are subtle changes, tactical switches and changes which Maresca is making. If you will watch regularly, you will realize what he's doing. And he uses Enzo to make the game more attacking and open. And we scored loads of goals when Enzo is on the team.
All right, let's go to Scala. Scala, you got 60 seconds. Let's wrap it up here so I can run for my therapy.
I'm looking forward to this Arsenal-Chelsea game.
Next 25 minutes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Arsenal-Chelsea game. Hopefully, you guys can put an end towards Arsenal's title race once and for all. Because I think if they lose, if you beat them, I think that's them done. They'll be fighting for top 4. I don't expect Liverpool or Man City to drop any more points. And one thing we can all agree yeah, I mean, look, we are not really a yardstick to be measured by. We are rubbish, so you cannot put United in any conversation at the moment. You might as well put
coming in the conversation for you.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be dropping that far, but I think they'll really be fighting for the top 4 if they lose at the bridge this week. But Chelsea have a really big opportunity to lay the mark, because I think you lost to Man City and then you lost to Liverpool, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
this is another big game, and then you drew to United. So you really haven't beaten a big team yet, and you're playing at the Bridge, and I expect you guys to turn them over, because
Scala,
at least we can.
we'll come more with the Chelsea and Arsenal game tomorrow. More of the build up tomorrow. So don't worry,
Yeah,
you got a lot to talk about tomorrow when we come live. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Scala. Enjoy your evening. Okay.
Yep.
And then we'll catch you up tomorrow. Let's go for it, JC.
Yeah. How many seconds? Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We are.
Go for
I
it.
mean, my message to the fans is very clear. We are experimenting. We have a lot of things going very well right now for us, and there will be other things which might need to be more worked on upon. Overall, we are top four. Even if we lose tomorrow, it's fine. It's cool. But I've not seen a single game where we have been outplayed. Even against City, we were good. Against Liverpool, we were good. And I am expecting we will be good tomorrow as well. Scores, results, it's football. Anything, result can be anything. And I am expecting a good game tomorrow. So let's hope. And let's hope the stadium fans cheer the team up.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, JC. You did 43 seconds. Oh, thank you very much. Right on the line. Let's go to here. JC, enjoy the rest of the evening, brother. Or morning. Either evening. Is it evening?
Evening.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. We'll be back again tomorrow. Just to get ready for the build up tomorrow. Everything you have, statistics wise, history wise, drop it tomorrow morning when we have the preview for the Arsenal game.
Sure.
Thank you for helping on.
Sure.
Good night, brother. Let's go to our brother Stephen G. I have to close up with Stephen because Stephen was having a few headaches, but his back is maybe down and Scala is giving him some headache. But Stephen,
It's a bit hard.
what do you have to say? Let's wrap it up. Heated debate here.
Yeah. Huh?
As a heated debate on the show today.
Look, all I'm gonna say is on Sunday the Bridge will be rocking because it's a 4:30. That's a night game now because of the clock change. It's now a night game because it gets dark about 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Everyone would have been out. Well, not everyone, but anyone of age that drinks would have been out drinking in the pubs before the game. The atmosphere for these games is always very good. So, hopefully, Chelsea can get a result in the game. Hopefully, the Bridge will be rocking like we expect. Hopefully, we can get some good content for you. And as for the game last night, you can only beat what was put in front of you. Very impressed with Tyreek George, especially. Unlucky not to get a couple of assists. That's all I'm ending it with. Praise for Tyreek George. Oh, by the way, our academy is 3-1 up right now.
Oh, they're playing Arsenal. Who they playing? I forgot.
No, the Chelsea academy is 3-1 up.
Yeah.
And apparently Sam Raksaki has started and is performing well after his debut off the bench for the men's team last night.
Yeah, who they playing? Who they playing, Steve?
I'm actually not certain. I'm trying to.
I'm reading the text. I can't get the opposition team they're playing here.
Oh.
Anyway, guys,
we was wondering. I know that.
If you miss football today's Friday, probably there could be one German Bundesliga. No, I'm saying if you've missed football, definitely there will be one Bundesliga game to watch. I'm not so sure which one is going on now, but I can check my phone. And if you want to watch some football, Bundesliga game will be right there for you. And then also the under 21s.
Union Berlin versus Freiburg's on now.
Yeah, and then 3 o'clock you're gonna see the Spanish La Liga. Real Vallecano plays Las Palmas. So there are some games. Yeah,
there's also Serie A that your mates Lecce versus Empoli.
Empoli.
And then in the French Liga, it's Marseille versus Auxerre.
And if you're in America, you could see LAFC playing Vancouver Whitecaps. So yeah, some games there to watch if you're bored and you want some games to watch. Yeah, there's some games there. French League, Spanish League. I think definitely there will be some championship game, maybe championship game there is definitely. So
yeah, it's
thank
on
you
now.
guys.
Barnsley versus Rotherham, 1, and then championship kicks off in 15 minutes. Watford versus Oxford United.
Santiago said Waffles. I missed that comment from Santiago. Thank you very much, Santiago. It's been a while. So guys, the crew, Maya, Dextro, HHH, Chelsea section, and DJ Sav, Chelsea Down, JC, and Mo. I want to love you forever. Said out my thing was breaking. I couldn't get a chance to test that. I was gonna ask, but because of the debate and then the argument going on, I couldn't test it. She said your mic sound weird. Also, your voice keep breaking in and out. It's because I have the side chain. When I have this one on, if I have this on, it means that I'm reading the text. So what it does is, if the music is playing, let me play some music. If the music is playing like I have on, it goes in and out. So I'm not sure if it should affect my voice. I don't think it should affect the microphone. But anyway, thank you very much for letting me know. What, Steven?
I said let's wrap up so you can get to your appointment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's 2:44 now, so I have like 15 minutes to get there and get it done. It's just 7 minutes away, so I'll rush up. I'll get it fast, and then I'll get there on time so I don't miss my appointment. But thank you guys. Thank you very much, Nee and Steven. We want to say Leo Desperandos to everyone out there.
Hang on to hope.
Absolutely. Hang on to hope. I didn't get Steven's attention before saying it, but he's getting it now. Sorry, Steven. Hang on to hope is the response from Steven. Guys, we thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll be back again same time tomorrow. Adios.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive.